Whoa, 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 what the hell? Hey, wait a minute. I just started and Saturn's already gonna raid me? Hell yeah. Can I get a big shout out for old Saturn? What a beautiful individual. Hell yeah. Everybody, I just want to give a big shout out to Saturn. A genuinely nice person. Very, very cool to listen to. Nice voice to listen to. And her model is very nice to look at. Even better than mine. Well, that's not saying much. This one's just kind of, it works. But how is everybody doing? Welcome to tonight's stream. I hope you guys are ready for a little bit of yapping, because you know what it is. It's Monday, which means it's Mumble Monday. It's time to talk about whatever. I don't know. We're going to start off your week with a little bit of yapping. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Hello, Karis over in the YouTube chat, and also Hataru. I hope you guys are doing well tonight. Glad to see you guys in the chat. And once again, big shout out to Saturn. A very nice person. Very, very lucky to have have her in my corner as of recently. I've been feeling just a little bit more invigorated after everything is kind of worn down, and I've kind of had a lot of time to self-reflect. I think I'm feeling a lot better. We're gonna take everything. We're gonna make everything a positive outcome, if that makes any sense. I've also been going absolutely fucking buck wild on Twitter, and I'm probably being added to a lot of block lists right now, but that's okay. I even lost one of my friends today. We're not gonna say names. Some people know who. I lost a friend. Oh well, it is what it is. At the end of the day, when you lose one friend, you can make some others. It just makes more room for me to talk to other people, so it is what it is. I'm in a new arc of my streaming career. I'm here to entertain people and speak my mind, and if people don't fuck with that, then I don't fuck with them. Can I get a hell yeah in chat for that? Because you're a racist transphobe. Oh, you best believe I am the most racist transphobe that you've ever met. Yeah, fuck the gays, am I right? Wait a minute. What does that mean about me? Oh well, fuck myself. What does that even mean? Anyways, hey Skytex, how you doing? I hope you're having a good night. What you been doing tonight, Skytex? You been watching some streamers and shit? I was just watching Saturn before I got on here, playing some Warhammer. Saturn, you're gonna have to force me to play some Warhammer sometime. I've never played a Warhammer game. I've been meaning to play Space Marine 2. It looks like a good game. Or Dark Tide. Those look like some pretty good. Oh, Vermintide doesn't look too bad either. All three of those games are kind of right up my alley. But I've just never had the motivation to sit down and play them. So maybe one of these days you can force me into the world of Warhammer 40k. I can't guarantee you'll get me to read the 50 million books and learn all the lore, but you can try to at least get me into the world of it, okay? At least an attempt can be made. You got so low riz that you can't even fuck yourself. Oh, you best believe. I can't even seduce myself. Even my hand rejects me. What has my life come to? Rule number 1, don't gas up the streamer. Depends on the streamer. We always gas up Saturn. Saturn deserves to be gassed up. Very nice person. Very enjoyable person to watch. And Nines, and all the VTards, for that matter. So, anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well. Also, don't forget, on Thursday, we're going to have the normal Tism Thursday with Karis. I'm going to be lining up all the random topics and shit. I'm kind of putting the Google document together as we speak. So, yeah, just what's the word? Just give me time. It's gonna be a good show, hopefully. And then this weekend, I think I'm gonna try to stream as much of the Battlefield 6 open beta as possible, as long as I got enough energy, because I'm really excited to play the Battlefield 6 open beta. I'm hoping it's gonna be a really good game. I've been watching a lot of gameplay. It looks like a damn good time, and I'm extremely excited. Battlefield is my tism. Like how Warhammer is Saturn's tism, Battlefield is my tism. One of the few games I can sit down and play for like 12 hours straight and completely forget that time has even passed. So I'm gonna drag fucking Skytex and Karis and maybe whoever else wants to join. Scaly if he wants to join. Let's get a whole squad together and let's hopefully kick some ass. Sounds like a good idea to me. I'll get it downloaded. I hope my 16 gigabytes doesn't neuter me. You should be fine as long as you're not gonna try to stream it. If you try to stream it, then good luck, buddy. But if you're just gonna play it, you should be fine. It does say 16 gigabytes on the PC requirement, so I don't see any reason why you'll be at a deficit. You should be fine. Don't worry about it. I think you can preload it right now. I haven't done that yet. I probably will do it later tonight. But apparently you can already go ahead and download it and get it all set up and get your settings set up so that when the servers go live, we can just get right into the action and don't have to end up waiting on each other. Oh, sorry, call me. I'm still downloading the game. I gave you ample warning. Okay, this is your heads up. Get that shit downloaded. Yeah, Karis, get that shit downloaded. Download it now. U2 Skytex, download it now. We're not playing no bullshit, no vehicle maps. I need airplanes. I don't know what maps are gonna be in the beta, to be completely honest with you. I don't think that, I'm sure they're gonna have the Empire State, you know, the Brooklyn map. There's like, I think one map that features helicopters and jets that I saw from the reveal event. I'm sure that one's gonna be playable, but there might be some limited vehicle gameplay. You can have fun in the planes. I don't really like planes. I'm more of an infantry guy. Every once in a while, I used to jump in a tank and try to do something, but one good player with an RPG and I'm most likely done. So I've never really been all that good of a vehicle player. I like the vehicles, I guess, but I'm mostly an infantry guy. That's what I find fun. But that's the good thing about Battlefield. Has a lot of different things for a lot of different people, so find what you're good at. Hell, if you're not good at killing people, you can still contribute to your team. Jump on the objective, drop down some heals, give out some ammo, revive people, you know? That's why it's way better than Call of Duty, because in Call of Duty, you're pretty much useless unless you can kill people. So, yeah, Karis might not be the best when it comes to killing people, but he can spam the heal button pretty damn well. I live in the air. I want to get you to play some War Thunder with me. I don't know if I would want to play War Thunder. Like, it's too realistic. It's a mill sim. That's not really up my alley. Plus, it's a free-to-play game where you probably have to spend decent amount of money to get any of the good vehicles. I'm not much of a, yeah, I'm just not much of a mill sim guy. I never really played Arma for that reason. I don't know. I've seen all the sponsorships for War Thunder and World of Tanks, and isn't there like World of Warships? All three of those games, they're cool, but they're not really up my alley. Never played Arma, but flying in War Thunder is fun. Arma's a whole other beast on its own. Technically, I've never played Arma per se. I played Arma 2, but that was to play the DayZ mod. And I didn't play it for long because it ran like shit. Because back in the days, I had a freaking, what was it? Intel i3 laptop with integrated graphics. So safe to say that shit ran like complete doo-doo water. It was not fun. Same thing with the DayZ standalone. It ran like complete ass. It ran a little bit better when they did a big update eventually. Eric, stop spamming links or alerts, you bitch. I see you doing that shit. Arma's not a serious game unless you go on a douchey server. Well, yeah, but I mean, Arma is kind of one of those games that can be morphed into whatever you want. There's a lot of community servers and mods. I mean, you can sit there and play King of the Hill. You can play like some like realistic war scenarios. Arma is kind of more of a platform than it is a game on its own. You know, I've seen a variety of different Arma content over the years. I used to watch this guy named Shizzle on Twitch way back in the days. And they used to play a lot of Arma 3 King of the Hill. And well, it's exactly what it sounded like. I think you had to like capture an area. And you would send in, you know, I think you would have like money that you earn or points that you earn, and you could like spawn in vehicles and stuff of that nature. Looked pretty fun. Waiting for Arma 4. Are they even making Arma 4? I know they got the Arma Reforger that everybody's seen. Just a couple months ago, I remember seeing a lot of content creators like Jack Frags and them making a whole lot of Arma Reforger content. Then it kind of fell off. I don't know. My only real worry is if the big if on how well it runs. What, Battlefield or Arma? I cut my teeth flying in a World War II air combat sim called Aces High 2. Had the full HOTAS joystick setup, Elite Dangerous makes me want to get another stick. Yeah, I've never been much of a flight guy, but I would be curious to try like an actual flight stick. Obviously, trying to fly with a mouse and keyboard, you might as well just put your balls in the vice and smash them with a sledgehammer. Because why would you do that to yourself? Trying to fly with a mouse and keyboard? Come on. I think back in Battlefield when I would try to get in a vehicle, I would just pick up a controller because you ain't gonna catch me trying to fucking fly with a mouse and keyboard. Not happening. I saw you in pirate software like marking walls. Oh, you best believe. Reforger is the Legos of Arma. It's more, yeah, Reforger is basically just a platform. Would you call it like a beta for Arma 4? I don't know. I don't know much about it. Every once in a blue moon, Arma Reforger kind of gains a new popularity and then starts popping up a bunch. And then it kind of dies off and then years will go by and all of a sudden people are playing it again and talking about it again. It's kind of weird how that works. Battlefield 6, I probably need to upgrade my CPU. I'm running a Ryzen 5 5600X. Yo, you should be fine. I'm pretty sure the requirements were like a 3700X or something. You should be fine. You might be a little bit CPU bottlenecked, but I don't see you having that many issues. Don't worry about it, Carriage. You'll be okay. I guarantee you. You'll be all right. You should be. Unless the requirements don't end up being accurate. But unlike in, Unreal Engine 5 games, most of the time Frostbite games are actually optimized. Most of the time, I say. Not always. The alpha ran great. What, were you in Battlefield Labs or something, Snafu? You can you even tell us that? I don't know. NDA? Found out strip clubs are 21 plus in Texas, so I can't take Mark there. I could have told you that. They have alcohol. So of course they're gonna be 21 plus. Duh. So I looked for a Twin Peaks in your area, and there isn't one within an hour and a half of you. Yes, there is. You're actually wrong about that. Unless it's closed down, there is actually a Twin Peaks within an hour and a half of me. In fact, it's less than 30 minutes away from me. I'm not gonna say the area on stream, but I'll tell you in private. There should be a Twin Peaks within close of me. Unless it's no longer there. But there was one years ago, so I doubt it's closed down. Unless it has closed down. That I can't say. Beta starts Thursday, so I don't care about the NDA. Damn, what a badass snafu. Not according to ChatGPT. Well, stop asking ChatGPT for everything. Just go to Google Maps. What you need ChatGPT for when we have Google Maps? Okay, buddy, you don't need ChatGPT for everything. Plus, are Houston women even hot? No, they're not. Houston women have STDs. They're ratchet as hell. They're ghetto as hell. They probably spit out 3 children and they don't know who's the daddy of all 3 of them. Houston's fucking disgusting. Don't ever date Houston women. I'm telling you, it's a bad idea. There was a study that came out recently. I just watched a video earlier. Apparently, there's been a large influx of reports of like STDs in the Houston area. And I'm like, I'm not even surprised. It's Houston. If you come to Houston for like 2 seconds, you'd be like, oh yeah, that kind of checks out. It don't take long walking around Houston. It doesn't matter what area you go to. It's all trash. Even the nicer areas are trash because you'll go to like a nice area, you'll go down the street, and what you know, fucking homeless guy is sucking his homie off for some crack rocks or something. Like it fucking sucks. I hate Houston, man. Luckily, I don't live in Houston, but Jesus, I hate going in there. But sometimes I have to, because that's where it's the city, so that's where all the nice stuff is. That's where some of the nice malls are. That's where the George R. Brown Convention Center is. You know what I mean? But I hate going in there. Houston fucking dog shit. Just don't date women from Houston. That's all I'm saying. Unless you like having itchy balls. If you like having itchy balls and hot flashes in your nuts, then go ahead. Be my guest, but I really would refrain from it if you can help it. Don't buy the prostitutes, and don't date these women that post themselves on Tinder in short, skimpy skirts. Because the reason why they're wearing a short, skimpy skirt is to air out their coochie because it's probably burning from the gonorrhea. Let's just be fair here. And it makes it easier to scratch. Okay. Yeah, there is one, but yeah, I see the area it's in. Yeah. It's in a interesting area, Skytex. That's the unfortunate part. There is a Twin Peaks in my area, technically, but it's in that area. It's not a nice area, but it exists. You asked if there was a Twin Peaks. There is one. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to go to a ghetto area to go to it. So, and I can't guarantee you that you're gonna see the women that we saw at the Dallas one. Now, the women at that Dallas Twin Peaks, oh boy, I was about to bust a nut. Our waitress had the fattest ass. God damn, those tits were, God damn. God help me, for I have sinned. Sheesh. Like, they had so much titty and ass, it could have made me even straight. Well, 100% straight, that is. Made Mark straight for a little bit. There's one up in Bryan College Station full of A&M girls. That's probably gonna be much better. If there's a Twin Peaks in the college area, you're probably gonna get much better looking girls and way less gonorrhea. The one that's in that area that you're looking at, Skytex, I can't guarantee the quality of the women there. I think me and my friend went there years ago. I don't remember much from that night though, but I'm pretty sure we went there. But I can't tell you I can't give you a good full review on the women that we witnessed at that establishment. Probably not very good women. It is what it is, man. Call me drinking like Cody drunk off of 2 claws. What are you talking about? I wasn't drinking. What do you mean, call me drinking? Drinking what? I'm drinking gamer subs right now. Use code autism at checkout. Women. Look, Snafu. It's Houston. It's Texas. They are actual women. They're not good cis women, but they're actual women. They do not have a schlong. Just STDs. So you gotta kind of take your pick. Do you want STDs or you want them to have a dick? And when you're in Houston, there's really no in between. You're gonna have to take the lesser of two evils on that one. So you better wrap it up. Double wrap it up if you have to. Cis is a slur? Yeah, so is faggot, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Take that. Take that, libs. Oh man, I've been getting called all kinds of things on Twitter because I just decided to take the mask off and just start going full commie on people. I am tired of pulling my punches, man. Tired of pulling my punches. So on Twitter, I've just been cooking people. And of course, because of that, I'm getting called a Nazi sympathizer because, you know, because I happen to defend the actions of the VTards. Oh, Kami, you're such a Nazi sympathizer. You know what? Yes, I am. The Nazis weren't all that wrong. That's gonna get fucking clipped. Getting clipped out of context. I'm cooked. Oh no. There are women and then there are boys in cosplay. Look, man, there's still I still never technically had any problem with trans people, but I just have to ask, okay? Random tangent, but this is Mumble Monday, so it doesn't matter. But I just have to ask, whatever just happened to cross-dressing? I still just never understood this. If you want to cross-dress, just cross-dress. Like I did it. Did I ever call myself a woman? No. Because I'm not mentally ill. Well, I am mentally ill. But not that mentally ill. You know what I mean? Whatever just happened to people cross-dressing? If you're a guy and you want to wear a skirt, just do it, but don't call yourself a woman, because you're not. You're not going into, you shouldn't be in the women's restroom. You shouldn't be playing alongside women in sports, especially the fucking Olympics. Looking at you, Lena Thompson, you fucking broad shoulder ass fucking whore. Piece of shit. Took that medal away from women that worked probably their whole life working up to that moment, and you fucking stole it out from underneath them. Fucking lick my fucking ass cheeks. Unbathed. Waiting to see a mistyped job posting calling for system administrators. You know what, Karis? If you ever do see that, please send it my way. Please. I need to witness this. So if you ever see a typo like that, please send it to me. You are a Nazi sympathizer? You defend Miku. She's the leader of the Kitchen Reich. You know what? Miku's a lot nicer than the people on Twitter. A lot nicer. You know how bad it's gotten in the world, where the ones that cosplay, like do like the Nazi cosplay or whatever you want to call it, they're much more reasonable to talk to and much more nicer. I don't really have a good adjective, but they're just much nicer to talk to than fucking people on Twitter. Think about the irony of that. Just think about the irony. Something's just wrong, man. These libs are just they're insufferable. They're absolutely insufferable. Well, yeah, I'd rather watch Miku than any of these libtards. Yeah, me too. But that's just because I have a fucked up sense of humor, and I like Miku's sense of humor. It's funny. Like I said on that air quotes interview, I respect the dedication to character. I truly do. I might not agree with all the opinions, but I definitely respect the goddamn the drive to come up with something and actually stick with it and not half-ass it. We should all look up to Miku in that regard, because most people, they just half-ass shit, man. They don't want to lean fully into a character. But if she doesn't stream enough, tell her that. Saturn, tell Miku to stream more so that Skytex can watch her. He needs more of his Furier. Miss Furier. I don't know how to say that word. Sorry, I'm not German. I'm not blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm red hair, green eyes. I'm not the superior race. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to get thrown into the goddamn camps. Unfortunately. Hey, Alan, by the way. Hope you're doing well, too. Führer. Is that how you say it? Führer? Führer? I would ask Google, but I feel like that's gonna put me on a list. Hey, Google, how do I say Führer? You're better than blonde? You're goddamn right, Snafu. Ginger people are definitely way better than blonde people. Because it also means I'm black. What's up, my ninja? You thought I was gonna say it. The left goes with whatever the sheep will go with. Yeah, you're not wrong. It seems to shift every other day. I mean, look at what's happening to fucking Markiplier, man. All the fucking left-ass retards are going after Markiplier. One of the nicest motherfuckers on the internet, too. Markiplier is one of the nicest people I've ever seen on YouTube. He seems like genuinely just nice. He makes good content. He's funny. He's wholesome and not wholesome at the same time. He's been around on YouTube since I was literally a fucking child. He's like one of the few people that has basically never been in controversy. Any real controversy. And now the libs are trying to destroy him because, oh my god, he admits to kind of using AI and doesn't like vehemently talk down to AI. I just don't get it. What do people want, man? How are you gonna go after one of the nicest motherfuckers in the world? Jeez, y'all fucking miserable ass pieces of shit. Markiplier is such a nice guy. And yet, y'all can't even lay off of him. This world is fucked. They can all suck my cock. I'll personally exploit extra AI just to spite them. Me too. I use AI. Do you think I give a shit? No. I commission artists when it's necessary. I have no problem doing that. I commissioned Hemmie for my profile picture twice. I commissioned all my emotes. Did it cost a pretty penny? Yes, it did. Was it worth it? Yes, it was. Because Hemmie did a damn good job. And I didn't have to fight with an AI to get what I wanted. Right? But sometimes, you know, I just need a quick little meme image to add in to like a thumbnail or something. So, sorry, can't change my mind on that. You're not Stephen Crowder, it's not happening. Hope I can get full VTuber rigging done by AI. I'd use a VTuber drawn and rigged totally by AI and brag about it. I don't know if we'll ever come to a point where there is AI rigging. I mean, it's possible, but I wouldn't hold your breath on that. That just seems kind of far-fetched. I feel like the things that are most threatened by AI are kind of the more simple things. Like, it's technically, like, generating an image is not all that difficult because it's just an image, right? Technically, a video is just an image, but it's a series of images. So that's why we can generate video now. Because video is just moving images. Right? But when you start getting into stuff like rigging a model, that's a completely different art and discipline on its own. So I don't really know if I see that happening, at least not for a while. It might happen, but it might be a while. We have a ginger sheep creature to represent you in Planet Crafters now. Well, that's nice. AI can do some rigging already. It lays out the grids and stuff. Well, that's not rigging, Skytex. That's just splitting up the layers. Rigging is all the other shit. That's, you know, when you actually get into the morphing, the layers and shit, oh boy, trust me, I've tried to do it. It's hard. I sat for an entire night trying to learn. It's hard. That's why I gave up and just handed this model over to the rigger. Cause I was making some progress. Okay, I was learning. I learned a little bit, but not nearly enough to actually make a good model. And I'm a perfectionist, so I don't want shit. So I just said maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll pick this back up and get back to learning. It just made the job posting? What do you mean you just made the job posting? What are you talking about? Huh? I'd rather work on my prompt engineer. We have an engineer in chat, boys. Just like Mudahar. Skytex83, our prompt engineer. Anyways. Let's get on to kind of tonight's topic. I just do want to state, though, it has not been confirmed whether this is exactly truth or conspiracy. I've seen discussions going either way, but I've seen multiple people talking about it. But there's been a rumor going around that Twitch has changed some shit in the back end that's really fucking with numbers. Once again, no confirmation. Some people are saying is that this is just fear-mongering, and that it's not true, and that it's just view botters and blah 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 trying to spin up false info, blah blah blah. But people are saying that Twitch has basically changed their system to where now lurkers are getting lumped in as bots, aka not reviewers, aka those lurkers are not being counted towards your viewer numbers, which is obviously garbage if that's even true. I sure hope not. But then again, YouTube just made an actual confirmed change that they actually confirmed that they did. YouTube just changed it to where essentially viewers that don't engage aren't really counted as viewers on your videos. And people that don't like the video and stuff of that nature. Casual viewers are just not counted as views. So, is this Twitch just following suit? Are people making this a conspiracy because of what YouTube did? It's hard to say because I don't think Twitch has actually confirmed this as far as what I've seen. But I saw this Reddit post. It says, how true is this? Twitch ViewBot system update. Important info for streamers. Actually, you know what? Let me change to this so you can see it probably a little bit better. Let me switch over to this. Let me move my goofy ass over there. That might make it a little bit easier to read. Just a heads up for everyone, Twitch has rolled out a new ViewBot detection system and it's not working well. Key points, lurkers are being flagged as bots. If viewers don't interact, no messages or redemptions, they may not be counted in your view count. After reviewing last night's stream data, several legitimate lurkers were not counted at all. Also, looking at the detection code, many issues stand out. Best workaround, ask lurkers to send a message at least one message or use channel points to redeem something to ensure that they're counted. Interesting. I hope that this is not true because that fucking sucks. I mean, it already sucks what YouTube has done because I'm gonna be honest, I don't comment on most videos I watch on YouTube. I watch it on my television. So of course I'm not commenting. I'm mostly just watching and moving on. I don't really comment that often on videos. To be honest, I'm kind of an asshole and I don't really like a lot of videos too. I don't know, I just forget to do it. I just forget to like the video. I don't know why. But do like the stream, boys. Everybody, like this fucking stream on YouTube right now. Because remember, if you don't like, then YouTube won't count you. So get on it, doggone it. Stealing that from Cody, you can fucking sue me later. I wonder what the rest of this other stuff is about. Gift sub system changes. This is apparently leaked info. The current Twitch sub distribution code seems designed to prioritize gifted subs to bots and non-community viewers first. That sounds like that would be a bug if that's even the case. Why would it prioritize subbing to a gifted sub to a bot? Okay. That sounds like an unintended thing. This is based on calculated viewer to bot ratio meant to avoid detection. The goal appears to be incentivizing more gifting by making it harder for your actual... Oh, I see what they mean. I see what they mean. What they're saying is that the... allegedly, Twitch is because obviously when you gift a sub, you can gift it to specific people, or you can basically roll the dice and just gift to random people in chat, which is what most people do, right? Unless you're specifically trying to give somebody, you know, a gift sub. But most of the time, people just do it completely random. Just hand them out like candy. What this is trying to say is that allegedly, Twitch would try to look for people who are flagged as bots and give the subs to them. So basically fucking over legitimate users by giving non-legitimate people the subs first. That's weird. That would be kind of fucked up. What the hell? I can only ascertain that the reason, if this would be true, this is so that they can make people buy subs or something, or gift more subs. You know, just being greedy, basically. Like, oops, I'm sorry you didn't get a gift sub. Maybe you should gift more subs, or maybe you should buy a sub if you missed out, blah, blah, blah. Just some greed shit. That's what it sounds like to me. Once again, pay me for feeding you content. And this was already on my radar, Skytex. This was already on my radar, you bastard. I was already aware of this. I just didn't know if I wanted to talk about it. I didn't know if I was going to save it for Tism Thursday. I'm going to be honest. Nah. I've been here, but on Kick. Yes, you have been. Let's see. AI misclassification. Twitch's AI now assumes viewers with no input are bots. Obviously. Bots are faking interaction. Heat maps, clicks on stream elements to appear legitimate. Real lurkers get flagged. Bots get through. What to expect? Many streamers are already seeing a 50 to 60% drop in their view counts. Don't be discouraged. It's the system, not your content or community. Interesting. A lot of this does feel like a little bit of conspiracy, because some of this is really hard to believe. I know that Twitch is evil, and that Dan Clancy's a fucking old-ass boomer gooner who spends more time fucking scrolling his Twitch feed with one hand than he probably does running the goddamn company, because the only thing he's doing is running it into the fucking ground. But this just seems like uncharacteristically evil. This is too evil. Like, purposely giving subs to bots? Purposely giving subs to non-community members? Versus the people who are actually watching a stream? Why would they do that? That's just evil. That's too fucked up to believe. Now, I can believe that there is a possibility that people are getting flagged as bots because all these goddamn companies are trying to implement AI systems, and most of the time when they do, bugs happen. False positives. Every goddamn time. Just look at YouTube for the longest time. Basically, AI is the only thing that runs the moderation on YouTube. Do you think that anybody actually manually reviews your videos? Fuck no, they don't. When I tried to repeal a copyright or like a strike, guess what happens? Within 30 seconds, it already says, "We have reviewed your content. We found it to be in violation of our community guidelines." I'm like, you stupid bitch, there ain't no fucking way that you watched that. It's been like less than a couple minutes. How? You're a liar. Fuck out of here, dude. No, you did not review my content. Your bots review my content. I don't trust your goddamn bots. They're probably ran out of India. Or you just had some fucking Indian person look at it who probably doesn't even understand English. Fucking Michael from Microsoft. Get out of here. Nobody reviewed my content, you fucking piece of shit. Liars. But the point to say is that these bots usually do not do a good job. So I wouldn't even doubt that Twitch is trying to once again implement AI so that they, you know, they can, whatever their goals are, less workers, blah, blah, blah. You know how it works in corporations. Whatever their goals there are, I can believe that they might implement a new bot in order to try to detect bot farmers and stuff, because bot farming apparently was revealed to be a huge issue on Twitch, down to where there's been reports that some of the top 50 streamers on Twitch's front page were allegedly view botting. That I can actually believe. Not gonna lie, I can believe that. But still, but I can believe that Twitch would be like, okay, well, let's fix this. And then they implement a new system, and oh, what do you know? It's throwing up false positives and fucking everybody over in the process. And some people think, well, what's the problem? What if somebody's still watching you, then it's fine, right? No, it's not. If this is happening, then firstly, you're going to be discouraged because you're seeing a low viewership number. Especially if you're used to seeing one number and you see a lower number, obviously that's going to kind of hurt a little bit, right? Right? That's going to hurt just a tad bit. But on the other hand, Kick, Twitch, all these sites, but YouTube to a certain extent, but mostly just Kick and Twitch with how they classify streams and list them on the website. The more viewers you have, the more likely you are to show up on, you know, the top of the list when somebody's looking through a certain category. So there is an incentive to get your viewer numbers up so that you have more chance of people actually finding you on the website. So if Twitch is falsely classifying real viewers as bots and taking those viewers away, that can fuck you over. Maybe you could have shown up on somebody else's homepage when they're looking through a certain category, but now you're not going to because you don't have as many viewers. So that could fuck you over. It's kind of a cascading effect, you know what I mean? So, if true, it's kind of fucked up. We know Ginger doesn't view bot. Looks at his view count and laughter. Yeah. I'm used to not getting viewers. After what I experienced last week, sometimes having a dead chat or slightly dead chat is better than having a wall of talking to the wall emotes and people trying to build inward towers. Cause that's something that people were really trying to do. They were really trying to build the inward towers, the Nick towers, if you will. They tried. Luckily, nobody completed one because things were going a little bit too crazy. But they were trying. Because I guess all the people in that chat were fucking 5 years old or something. I don't really know. Like, dude, the N-word stopped being funny a long time ago. No, Alan, don't you do it too. You asshole. Why would you do this to me? I can't believe you. I can't believe you've done this. The Nick Towers. Yes, exactly. Obviously, the comments are saying that this is probably fake, though. This person says, made up nonsense. Check for yourself. If it was true, you would see a drop in the statistics. But spoiler, you don't. Let's look at this. What am I looking at? I mean, nothing looks... What's this? What's this right here? I don't even know what I'm looking at, though. But this doesn't look weird. There doesn't seem to be anything weird. I mean, it's just a fucking sine wave. Everything looks kind of normal. Let's see about this. Let's see, viewership. Damn. Look at this. I never looked at this. Look at this. Back in 2021, look at how much viewership there was on Twitch. Had like a peak of like 3 million in April of 2021. Look at the same time in 2025. It dropped over 1 million, or about 1 million. Jesus, mother of God. 2021 was a good year, wasn't it? That was a damn good year for streaming. I mean, I know COVID was still going on in 2021, so maybe that's why, but geez. I would like to see 2020's numbers. They gotta be even higher than that. Although there was an all-time peak in July 25th of 2025 with 13 million. Cool, I guess. Oh, look at this. This is kind of cool to see. Damn. Look how low the viewership was back in the days. This is probably where I started I started watching Twitch probably around here. I think 2014. Yeah, because I started watching Twitch, I think, because I can remember one of the things that I was really watching. Maybe some of you guys would remember this. I was watching Twitch a lot around the time that the original H1Z1 came out. Not the Battle Royale mode, but the survival version of H1Z1. I can remember that being a very big event back in the days for Twitch. Like, they weren't even breaking 1 million back in like 2014. They didn't break 1 million until 2018. And about by April. What is, ooh. Oh, here's COVID. Yep, here's COVID. Yep, there's COVID. There you go. You can literally see COVID in action right here. Because here it is. This is pre-COVID. Up, COVID hits. Up, there we go. And there we go. Twitch sucks anyways. You're not wrong. It does. It really does. There's a lot of issues with Twitch. They take too much of your fucking money for one. 50-50? That's dog shit. YouTube has a way better split. Kick has a way better split. Twitch just takes all your goddamn money. The ads are fucking insufferable. God, I hate the ads. It's awful trying to watch a stream on Twitch. Like, I refuse to watch anybody on Twitch. I think at first I clicked on Saturn stream today on Twitch or whatever, just for whatever reason. And I immediately got hit with like, probably like a minute or two of ads. I'm like, God damn it. That's it, I'm going to Kick. I'm gonna open up Kick on my browser. I don't even have the Kick app. I'm gonna open the fucking Kick on my browser. I ain't fucking sitting through a couple minutes of ads. What do you got me fucked up? Hell no. And that's the exact reason why Twitch fucking sucks. That, and obviously the aforementioned special treatment that Twitch loves giving to all their creators that are willing to fucking get on their knees and fucking gobble Dan Clancy's balls, including Hassan Piker. Can we remind everybody for like the millionth time? Doxed somebody on stream? Flashed a gun in a threatening way? Amongst many other things that Hassan Piker has done? No ban. Not even a day. Mike from PA? One of Hassan Piker's orbiters? He basically just made an extremely racist statement about Jewish people. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was very, very, very racist. He got 2 days. 2 days. You can get permanently banned, by the way, and I've seen people talk about this. You can be permanently banned for abortion jokes in the chat. So I guess I got lucky, because I only got a week ban for abortion jokes. Because now I'm just going to guess that my abortion jokes is what got me banned. I'm going to take a guess and say that that's what it is. But apparently I'm hearing things that people have been perma-banned for making abortion jokes. So you can't make abortion jokes. You can't say fetus deletus. But if you're Hassan Piker, you can interview a terrorist, or according to my friends, he's not a terrorist. You know, this is a funny thing. Little side tangent. I've argued with my friends multiple times about this because they are lefties, unfortunately. I'll still hang out with them, they're cool, but we do not politically align with each other, to say the least. But we've argued about this multiple times, where they're like, he's not a terrorist. I'm like, yes, he was a Houthi. He's like, why are Houthis terrorists? I'm like, because they're literally classified as a terrorist. I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, so they're a terrorist just because United States and the Jews of Israel said so? I'm like, huh? So what's your definition of a terrorist then? If they're not terrorists if they're classified as terrorists by the United States of America, but that's not good enough for you because that's biased, then what makes somebody a terrorist then? I don't get it. Where do you draw the line at somebody being a terrorist? I'm confused. I don't know. I'm not good at debating, so I end up just giving up on those debates because what's even the point? What's even the point? They're very much pro-Palestine type people, and they want to defend. They want to defend Hassan Piker. Oh, and my friend also tried to say, well, isn't it hypocritical that you said that Hassan Piker can't interview a terrorist, but you can interview literal Nazis? I'm like, that's not the same thing at all, though. As far as I'm concerned, nobody in the VTards has ever tried to commit terroristic acts on the world. They just have, I guess, those kinds of views. But that's not really the same thing. Interviewing somebody with different views, very far right-leaning views, is not the same as interviewing a guy who's self-admitting to being a soldier in the Houthis, who is probably at least somewhat participated in terroristic attacks, or at least helped plan them. Like, is my logic just flawed? Am I not understanding their logic, or because I'm just confused. I'm still confused. We should all have a Kick tab open to bump Ginger's numbers on Kick. I mean, I don't think that's how it works, Skytex, but sure, you can try. People are dumb? I mean, they're my friends, it's whatever. Like I said, I don't care about people's politics. Apparently, I've lost friends now because they care about my politics, but that's whatever. They were internet friends anyways. They were never really my friends to begin with, I guess. Ginger's mind is broken. Well, yeah, when you're trying to understand people's logic, the problem is, I think you guys have realized this. It doesn't matter if I think I'm knowledgeable on something. The issue is I'm not good at debating, like at all. Just like when it comes to interviewing, I suck at interviewing, obviously, and I'm not good at debating people either. It doesn't matter how knowledgeable I am on a topic. For some reason, as soon as I'm in a debate, I always lose. I don't think I've ever won a debate in my life. Ever. Ever. I don't know what it is. I just can't defend my views. I'm not like Destiny. It's like what most people say. Destiny has the most insane fucking insufferable views, but he's so good at defending them that it's really hard to beat him even when he should be wrong. But it's hard to beat Destiny because he's so well prepared, and it kind of sucks. The real journey was the Nazis we met along the way. Look, it's okay because that Nazi is Red Miku, and she is our Führer, okay? You can't see right now, but my heart goes out to you, Miku. I know you're not watching right now, but my heart goes out to you. I did that yesterday with my friends. I was just like, my heart goes out to you. You know what's the funny thing? Another side tangent. It is Mumble Monday, so get used to it. Another side tangent. It's funny because the friend's house that we always hang out with, he's gay. He has a husband. The funny thing is, we're about 30. All of us are about to be, because we were all in the same class in school. We're all about to be 30. My friend's husband is in his 50s. They have a bit of an age difference, okay? Obviously. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Funny enough, his husband's actually a pretty chill guy. The funny thing is, his views are completely separate from my friend's, ironically. His views are very conservative. Our friend's views is obviously very liberal. So anytime he comes in on the conversation, he's always like right there to basically agree with my ass almost all the time. It's kind of hilarious. Like if I ever need somebody to back me up on something, if he walks into the room, I can be like, hey, you, what do you think about this? He'd be like, I agree. I'd be like, thank you. At least somebody in the room finally agrees with me. Jesus Christ. It's nice to have somebody that got my back. I'm old, you're old. You're like almost 40. Get out of here. You're the old one here. Not me. I'm a young whippersnapper. I've got years before my knees start to make noises and creak, and I have to start spraying them with WD-40. I got time. So let's see what else people are saying in this thread. Get back to the main point. Yeah, that whole post smells way off. Source. Trust me, bro. Yeah, there isn't really a source. It just seems like a bunch of speculation. These rumors get spread around multiple times a year and it's always baseless. Twitch themselves attests that a viewer counts as long as they're watching your stream. They can mute the stream, mute the tab, go to a different tab. As long as the stream is running, it counts. Every time these rumors crop up, it's just people scrambling to justify a drop in viewership by blaming Twitch, and not the fact that it's August and school/college starts soon. I never thought about that. It is August. School is about to start, and usually the school season is going to be a pretty dramatic drop in viewership. Now, to be fair, I don't want kids watching my fucking stream anyways, so, you know. But that's neither here nor there. But some people have a very large kid audience. And they usually turn out to be Minecraft YouTubers. And they usually turn out to be groomers. Show me a non-grooming Minecraft YouTuber, and I'll show you the fucking fountain of youth. And then you can all be young again. Definitely engagement farming, but I wonder if they're botting. That's not how you spell that, buddy. But if they're botting themselves some extra views, maybe they're trying to justify their view count dropping with Twitch's attack on view botting. That's possible. Kids don't watch you. Majority of adults don't watch either. True. You're not wrong. Yeah, I'm a new streamer, and although I get 1 to 3 messages from people, I'll often see that I had 5 to 10 viewers, though they don't stay, so the ratio drops for actual viewers. Well, I mean, that's just kind of normal. Have you ever seen Cody's streams? Are you seen anybody's streams? The only people that have high viewership and a lot of people in chat are some of the biggest VTubers. I don't even know what's the point of being in Saba's chat. Have y'all ever... I showed y'all when she debuted or whatever. Y'all saw how fast her chat moves. What's even the point? What's even the point when a chat moves that fast of even participating? I guess it's the thought that counts, but Jesus, your chat is literally gone in like half a second. It's literally impossible to even read it. What's even the point? I like talking in chats where my message might actually get read, where there's an actual chance of interacting with the streamer. So most of the time, I don't even talk in people's chats if they're super big and have a lot of people chatting. Because I'm just yelling into a fucking void. What's even the point? Or you could be like Review Tech USA, where if you wanted your chat to be read, you pretty much had to super chat them. This is true. Most of the time, if you really wanted Rich to read anything that you sent them, you were gonna have to super chat him. He was somehow worse at reading his chat than me. I read my chat scaly, except for last Thursday. That was insane. You have to give me some leeway on that one. Chat was going crazy. I was trying to hyper focus on being overwhelmed. You gotta give me a little bit of leeway every once in a while. I've gotten better. I used to be way worse at reading my chats. I've gotten slightly better. It's not like you're usually saying anything of value. Half the time you're just insulting me. I don't need to read that. Give me some valuable interaction, then I'll read it. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. Or scratch your ass. Whichever is itchy. Twitch is built on lurkers. Why would they implement a system that puts that to discourage? And second, the current Twitch sub distribution code seems fishy unless they're actual Twitch staff, which I highly doubt. There's no way they can have access to any kind of internal code or anything similar to this. This is the most likely BS. Yeah, I'm not really believing this either. It does seem like a whole bunch of conspiracy theory. Now, we do know that allegedly, like I said, a lot of the top streamers were kind of maybe speculated, allegedly found out to be view botting, and that I can believe because, I mean, have you seen some of the people who are at the top of Twitch? Let's go look at who's at the top of Twitch right now. How do I see let's see browse. Let's see viewers. Let's see who's the top of this chat. Queso's cool, so he gets a pass. Queso is cool, so that's fine. The biggest streamer. This guy's not. This guy's Japanese. He got XQC. Of course, it's XQC. Iron Mouse. Burnt Peanut. Damn. Damn, Burnt Peanut gets over 14,000 on Twitch. Sheesh. He doesn't get that. He doesn't even get nearly that much on Kick. God damn. That's a lot. By the way, Burnt Peanut was at the Battlefield reveal event. It was funny seeing people switch over to his feed, and you just see, and so many people don't know his shtick. So people were actually confused about the whole peanut thing. So that was funny, but he was at the Battlefield event. So that was kind of cool. I didn't know he was gonna be there. I was just watching the live stream, and then they cut over to Burnt Peanut. I'm like, oh, it's Peanut Boy. Let's ride. Mr. Sealy. Speaking of view botting, edit my video. No. Ginger up to the 26th highest in VTubers? That's not saying much. There's not a lot of people that... You know, I saw a post earlier. Maybe let me see if I can find it, but I'm going to hide my screen for a second while I look for it. So give me just a second. One momento. Everybody just take a breather. Maybe take a... How long have we been streaming? For an hour? Everybody just take a moment. Take a drink of water. You know, stretch your legs if you've been sitting down for goddamn too long. Clean up your penis. I don't know. Everybody just take a little bit of a breather while I look for something that I want to pull up for you guys. Let me see here. What was it about? I'm trying to remember. It was something... Maybe if I look to... I think it would be a reply. See if I can even find it. Definitely not that. Aha, I found it. Okay, I found it. 26 of 20. How did you know it was dirty? You know, just a feeling. Just call it a bit of a commie sense. I got the tingle. He doesn't want you to see his horse porn. Skytex, you agreed you wouldn't tell my viewers about my horse porn. You agreed that you would keep that between us. You bastard. What's wrong with you? Can anything just be a secret between two bros? God. Let's look at this right here. By the way, can I just, I want to check and see if I've been blocked by them yet. Surprisingly not. Usually I'm blocked by these kinds of people very quickly. I'm very surprised I haven't yet been blocked. So, W, I guess, for not instantly blocking me. I've been catching blocks like fucking... They've been hitting me with those blocks left and right today. And you know what I hate? Some of these people are fucking blocking me before I even get the chance to reply to them. You are a pussy if you block me before I can even reply to you. I even got blocked by a guy who's using a pink guy profile picture who's calling me a Nazi and stuff. I'm getting like I have a guy whose picture is a pink guy calling me a Nazi. Before I can clap back at him, he blocks me. I'm like, why are y'all bitches? You can't just block me before I can refute what you just said. What is wrong with you? Let me clap back and then you can block me. Why are you such a pussy? Are you afraid of what I'm gonna reply with? Come on, man. That shit's annoying. You can't just sit there and not allow me to have a rebuttal when we're trying to argue on Twitter. That's not fair. That's cheating. So fuck you, random guy with pink guy profile picture. Anyways, though, I saw this pop up on my feed by somebody named Blue. I don't know them, but they're giving me the vibes of just your typical libtard VTuber, because of course that's what most of the VTubing community is, which is exactly why I support the VTards, because even though I don't support all their opinions, I'm so sick and tired of this pandering ass fucking bullshit that goes on in the VTubing community. It needs to stop. It's fucking cringe. It's 2025. Stop it. LGBTQ is cringe. Just be gay somewhere else. But they said, those of you considering leaving Twitch and going to Kick instead, please don't. You shouldn't even consider that as an option. If you're a member of the LGBTQ+ community, it's not a safe place for you. Most of the communities over there, from what I've seen, is filled with nothing but hate and other problematic issues. Consider YouTube instead. This is a misnomer. This is not true. Sure, there's a little bit more edginess on Kick, obviously. But this isn't like when it launched. People keep spreading all this false info that the entirety of Kick is nothing but homophobes and edgy and racism, and it's just not true, my boy. It ain't true. Sure, there's a lot of that going around because the platform allows for it a lot more than Twitch. But there is just normal people on Twitch. You can find them. There's a lot of people on Twitch. There's a lot of people on Twitch. I mean, Kick, who are just normal. So, this misnomer that Kick is just nothing but a hate platform and you're gonna get called a bundle of sticks and all this other shit, maybe, but just block them and move on. If you don't like edgy people, block them. Don't watch their streams. It's not that hard to do. Right? I feel like you're more likely to find crazy people on YouTube than you are Kick. Because YouTube has a much bigger amount of people watching it. Like, come on. Like you with Rumble? I never said that Rumble was full of hate. I said Rumble had a appeal to the right, which is true. Rumble does have a very large, or did, I heard it's kind of dying, but Rumble does have a very large right-leaning audience. I never said it was a hate audience. There's a big difference between that. This person is saying that basically if you go to Kick, you're gonna get hate on if you're LGBTQ. Which is categorically false. That's not true. You're gonna get haters anywhere. And just like with any other platform, if you run into haters and people acting the damn fool, ban them. If you don't like edgy streamers, don't watch them. It's really that simple. Rumble is just normal people. Scaly, you know that's not true. Oh yes, people on Rumble are normal. It has a large appeal to right-leaning people. There's nothing wrong with that, though. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Hey, man, you know, it's kind of like it's no different than Blue Sky. You know, Blue Sky was Twitter, but for lefties, and plus, it's not like Rumble was as bad as some platforms I heard that were basically nothing but hate platforms. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but hey, there's nothing wrong if Rumble was a place for right-wingers, you know? Because, to be fair, a lot of right-wingers were getting booted off the internet, so Rumble kind of was there as an avenue to have a platform after places like Twitch and YouTube deplatformed them. I thought the whole point was the soapbox. I prefer a banana box. Nice and sturdy. Have you ever seen a banana box? Them bitches are thick as hell. And heavy as hell, too. You're usually double layered. But yeah, this is a big misnomer that a lot of left-leaning people keep trying to push to try to keep Kick from gaining popularity. Like, don't tell, like, yes, go to YouTube. You should do both, honestly. Do them both. Do them both. But you're kind of stupid if you only do YouTube. Let's just be fair here. YouTube does not have a good system for discovering people who are live streamers. It's a VOD platform that just so happens to have decent streaming, but their actual like backend and like tools for streaming are very much behind the times, and they don't seem to want to improve them all that much. And when they do, it's they're so far behind the curve that it's insane. Because it's just not their focus. But you should be streaming to both. So this is just bad. This is just bad advice. You're potentially screwing somebody out of potential viewers. What? Because of the fear of edgy people coming into your chat. Ooh, ban them. Yes, there is a bot issue on Kick, but you can. There's ways to mitigate that. Just put in the time and effort. Take 2 seconds. Do a little bit of research. They ain't that difficult. But obviously, you see a bunch of people replying. Most people are kind of jumping on that bandwagon. This person's like, the real question is YouTube better to start streaming or posting in general? Because Twitch is awful for that. And clearly, Twitter and Instagram are not even an option. I have no real experience with YouTube as I've only streamed on Twitch mainly. You cannot rely on streaming only. You have to utilize other social platforms. Well, if you don't know anything about YouTube, then don't recommend people to go to YouTube. You have no experience with YouTube. So by telling somebody don't go to Kick, go to YouTube, you don't even know what you're telling people to do because you don't have experience with YouTube. That's just bad advice. It all depends on what you show. Yeah, I guess so. Sadly, from what I've heard, YouTube won't do it either. I heard that they were demonetizing faceless content. That I don't know of. That's the first time I'm hearing. Kick is just a toxic place for all people in general. I cannot comprehend why anyone would consider moving over there, especially if they're a wholesome content creator. You want to know why people are going over to Kick Blue? It's simple. Twitch fucking sucks. People are getting tired of being banned for the most stupidest shit while other creators get away with the same shit, if not worse shit. It's that simple, man. Yes, the door is open for more toxic people. It's up to you to deal with it. If you can't deal with toxic people, maybe you shouldn't be a streamer. I don't know if that's a hot take, but if you can't deal with a little bit of toxicity every once in a while, boo fucking who, don't be a streamer then. You ain't ready for this shit, man. The internet's fucking toxic, it's balls. You just look at what happened to Joey Swole. Man had a massive platform, just like his massive fucking muscles. Jacked motherfucker. He got a little bit of backlash and he fucking folded and quit. All that work he did of building up his platform. A man that's literally could probably take most of the haters and fucking break them in half with one hand, and he couldn't handle the heat. If you're not ready for the fire, then stay out the fucking kitchen. People are fucking toxic. I dealt with it Thursday. Yeah, I got a little bit in my feels, but you know what? I got over it. There's nothing wrong with maybe being a little bit down in the dumps. Everybody's human. I'm not saying you have to be a fucking brick wall who's never affected by anything. That's just not healthy. It means there's something wrong with you. But you gotta pick yourself up, pick yourself back up, and just deal with it, man. The world is toxic. It's just that the internet allows people to be toxic because they don't have to do it to your face. It's just how it is. He seemed insecure. He probably was. I don't know what I never really watched Joey Swole. I don't know what his problem was. I don't know what his life story is that led him to getting so bent out of shape from just a little bit of controversy. Like, the man is massive in platform and in stature. He literally could have just said, yeah, I said the wrong word, moving on. He literally just could have said that. And yes, people would have been like, no, I demand you apologize now for saying colored people. And he could have just said, suck my fat cock. And they probably would have had an aneurysm and moved on with their life. That's just how you have to deal with these people. He strapped himself into the cook chair and said, hold my protein shake. And then somebody went and added more protein to his protein shake. Yeah, that's just fucking sad, man. You expect somebody like him to be a big alpha male. I just don't get it. How can you be so fucking jacked and be so beta? I just don't get it. Does anybody understand this? When you're that fucking jacked, you think that you should just be able to take on the fucking world. But then they fold like a goddamn house of cards from a slight little breeze. Like boo fucking who? He said colored instead of people of color. It was a slip up. It's not that big a fucking deal. He never should have responded in the first place. Yes, he reposted a Hulk Hogan cosplay. Oh no, honoring one of the biggest legends in WWE history? The man who basically put wrestling on the map? God, what a, he must be a member of the Ku Klux Klan. Miku, are you there? My heart goes out to you, Miku. Jack Murphy was a super cuck apparently. Who's Jack Murphy again? Why does that sound familiar? My apologies, I should know that name, but I don't. My bad. Here's my comment though on this tweet. Propaganda as usual. Kick has both wholesome and edgy creators, or as should be the case. If you don't like edgy people, then avoid/block them. Twitch is a cesspool and allows Hassan to interview terrorists, dox people, and flash guns on stream. And where's the lie? Because I am 100% correct. Twitch is toxic. You could say, oh, well, it's not toxic for LGBTQ people. Yeah, it is. The thing is, it's LGBTQ people making it toxic for LGBTQ people. Just like on Twitter. Y'all like to tear each other down. Yeah, y'all think that the real threat to the LGBTQ is people like Miku and Akemi and Nines and stuff. No, the real threat to the LGBTQ has always been the LGBTQ. I have watched you motherfuckers tear each other down for years. I've seen y'all tear me down, and I'm one of y'all. And y'all wonder why I become more and more distant from you motherfuckers? I wonder why, because I have no reason to associate with any of you weirdos, you fucking groomers and fucking constant gooners and you wonder why I become the way I am? Y'all made me this way. Congratulations, you played yourself. Promoting the super alpha male mindset. Oh, okay. Now that sounds familiar. Yeah, I think I've heard of Jack Murphy in that context, yeah. He was on the Timcast show. To be fair, I've never watched Timcast. I remember getting a bunch of hate from his fans though when I made that one video when he was advocating for violence. I still hold to that. That was kind of weird of him, but maybe he was rage baiting and it worked on me. I don't know. I would still shake his hand. He supports our boy Cody, so I have to put the past in the past. He might be bald. I might not like his politics, but he supports our boy Cody, and anybody that supports our boy Cody is a friend of mine. So, it's whatever. That reminds me, I probably need to edit something after the stream for Cody, now that I think about it. There was probably one more video within that last stream. I'll take a look at that later. Let's see what else, if there was any other comments from this particular thread. Yes, you will be bullied by your own people for considering a place which allows conservatives to speak. I'm guessing that this person is being kind of ironic or something. It sounds like they're supporting Kick. But he's not wrong. It's funny. If you're one of these like super libtard fucking streamers, if you even talk about wanting to go to Kick, you're probably going to be cannibalized by your own people. They're gonna be like, no, don't do that. No, don't you know what Kick, what kind of people watch Kick? Are you sure you want to do that? You'll be bullied. Right? Just like how Markiplier is getting bullied by probably his own fan base for daring to be slightly interested in AI. It's kind of ironic. Usually people's fan bases are the toxic people. Anybody else always knows that? A lot of people are attacked usually by their own fan base more than they are outsiders. That's usually the case. That's usually the case. You do one wrong thing and your fan base just comes after you. I mean, look at Hassan. He's always getting fucking shit on by his own people. And then he fights, and then he sits there and fights with people in his chat. And then you wonder why he doesn't have, why he basically has an echo chamber cult. I wonder why. Because if you disagree with Hassan, then he'll treat you like shit. So pretty much the only people that end up sticking around are weird dick suckers who believe everything that comes out of his mouth. That's how you form an echo chamber, boys. Echo Chamber 101 with Hassan Piker. I hope you're taking notes. If you too want to build your own cult following, then just do the Hassan Piker method. Say shit that has almost no evidence to back it up. Convince your audience that it is the morally right thing to believe. Shit on people that slightly disagree with you and question you, and radicalize your fan base. That's all you need, and then you can have yourself your own streaming platform cult thing. That's simple. I should have charged y'all for that information, but I'll give it to you for free. So that's that. Let me see. Let me move my ass back over. And yes, I was good to. I'm gonna save the little Tay thing, by the way, for Tism Thursday. I want Karis to join in on that conversation. So put a pin in that. Tism Thursday. Sometimes it's better to leave some things for Tism Thursday. Okay. So put a pin in that. We will talk about it on Thursday. Turn it into a 5-week training platform. Yeah, I'll only charge $1,000. But if you order today, I'll take $200 off if you use code GULLIBLE at checkout. Limited time offer. God, I hate fucking people who sell courses. People who sell courses are the biggest fucking grifters in content creation. Don't ever buy a fucking course. I'm sorry. I don't think there's probably any course that's worth it. Especially for some of the things that people sell courses for. Here's a course on picking up women. Yeah, right. That's not gonna fucking work. You might as well just rename it to 5-step plan on getting on the sex offenders registry, because that's the only thing that's gonna happen to you. Sad thing is, it works. Once again, because here's how selling courses works, okay? You gather an audience who are desperate for some kind of information when it comes to like the pickup artist. Obviously, what are you going to attract? What is a pickup artist going to attract as their main audience? Lonely men who really want to pick up a woman and don't want to try. So they go to somebody who markets themselves as an expert, a man that slays poon left and right. He's having to beat the women off of him with a stick, right? That's what he markets himself as. So now all these guys, they come to the pickup artist, they're observing like, wow, look at all these women they can pick up. And then they hit you with, if you wanna pound pussy like me, then go to poundingpussy.com and buy my course. If you buy today for a limited time only, it'll only be $500. That's a 70% discount. Act now. And they'll be like, well, that sounds like a good deal. I want to pound pussy like the Pussy Slayer. And so they buy the course. I can guarantee you, ain't nobody, none of them are getting pussy after that course. Same thing with the Andrew Tate shit. That was a cult. Most people who buy his course got nothing. And you could argue the people that were the top echelon who spent a lot of money, yeah, I guess they got flown out to probably hang out with him or whatever. But that's because they spent so much fucking money that he threw them a bone and decided to make content out of them. And basically, Hustlers University was also a cult. Hustlers University was a cult. At least he treated it like one. Here's a course on how to simp on your favorite jean-wearing Nazi. Step 1, give money. Step 3, hey, wait a minute, where's step 2? Karis, you can't skip step 2. What's step 2? That's like giving me a fucking IKEA shelf and taking like 2 pages out of the goddamn manual. Hey, Heck, how you doing, buddy? Oh, by the way, speaking of Karis, want to know another thing that I debated my friend on last night? He says that the American Eagle ad was Nazi propaganda. They believe that it was Nazi propaganda. And we argue about it because they're like, well, why did they mention the blue eyes, blonde hair? I was like, but they focus on her tits. Do you not understand? But they're like, they know that they're falling back on Nazi messaging, blah blah blah. I'm like, why am I even arguing with people? It's not Nazi propaganda. It's just a play on words. And the fact that she has big titties. Did they even mention the blonde hair, blue eyes? I don't know. I didn't watch the ad. The only ad I saw is that they pan the camera down to her tits and then back up to her face and say she has good genes. But I know there's probably multiple commercials, so I don't really know. Karis is a dirty content farmer. I just saw that short. Which one? I'll look at it later. I'll look at it later. But yeah, my friends think that the American Eagle thing is Nazi propaganda. I'm just like, man, whatever. I just told them, I was like, whatever, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree, because whatever, just put on the Marvel movie, let's just watch goddamn Spider-Man or whatever. There's no point in even arguing at this point. They say they're not libs, they said they're on the side of people. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I'm on the side of people, I'm not a lib. I'm like, what does that even mean? I'm on the side of people. What's the side of people? I don't understand that. I just don't understand that. I'm trying to really think, I'm trying to fathom, but I just don't understand that. It don't make any sense to me. But whatever. I don't care about politics for my friends. Unlike some people who have decided to silently unfollow me and unadd me. I don't care about people's politics as long as they are cool to be around. The only time I care is if you're doing some real fucked up shit. Now, if I found out one of my friends was burning a cross on black people's lawns, or trying to string them up by a tree, or going out and fucking touching babies or something, obviously at that point, we're done. That's my line. But other than that, it's fine. Right wingers get triggered so easily? No, these are left wingers, not right wingers. Heck. These are left wingers. Now, to be fair, you're not wrong though. Right wingers and left wingers both get very triggered very fast. This is true. This is why I don't identify with either side. Because if you go to the far left and the far right, both of them end up being little crybabies. That's why I have always been a moderate. Right? Because you go to one extreme on either side of the fence, you're gonna find people that can't do nothing but cry whenever somebody says something that they don't like. It's a story as old as time. You can't really change it. Well, but what can you do? What can you do? I consider myself on the left side, but I'm not extreme about it. Well, you're pretty much right there where I am. I have a very slight left leaning. Although I'm starting to think it's starting to lean a little bit more right. I wonder why. It's starting to get to the point where I'm probably not going to be slightly left for too damn long, because I think I'm starting to get radicalized, boys. I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm about to put the Trump hat on. No, not really. I don't like Trump. And you can't convince me to like Trump. Okay. Not putting the Trump hat on. I will put the Make FPS Great Again hat, though. That was based. Unlike what some people said. Let's see. I was trying to think if there was any like smaller topics I wanted to cover today that I don't really care to save for Tism Thursday. I'm trying to look. Not religious at all, but I'm not opposed to having friends of different religion. I only have a problem when they use their religion as an excuse to discriminate others. Now that is a true devil-like behavior to me. Yeah, that's not my thing either. I don't even like religion in general. Like, all respect to the V-tards, they're all religious women. That's fine. I'm not a religious guy. I don't believe in Sky Daddy. You can't convince me of Sky Daddy. Religion is a cult. And I'm not going to be convinced otherwise. All religions are a cult. Some are worse than others. I mean, Mormonism and Islam is based on a prophet that was a pedophile. Look into Joseph Smith. Look into Muhammad. Pedophiles. Yeah, that's who I want to worship. People that got with underage girls. Yep. That checks out. That's totally something I want to be worshiping and having my entire belief system based on. As far as I know, Christianity at least doesn't have that going for it. At least as far as we know. But some of them, ugh. And Mormonism is just a cult. It's more a cult than it is religion. I remember I used to watch this guy on YouTube who was, he escaped from the Mormon church. And as a result, he made a lot of content about his experience within Mormonism. And, you know, and then I think he had like a series where he was like exploring whether Mormonism is a cult based on some scale or whatever. This was years ago. I don't even know if that guy still makes videos. I forgot what his channel name was. It's been a long time. He got a little bit too left-leaning for me, so I stopped watching him. But I did enjoy seeing him escape that horrible situation that he was in. So, you know. 47 keeps denying his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. Huh? What's that mean? 47 keeps denying his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein? Who's 47? What does 47 mean? Huh? I'm confused. Who the fuck is 47? Trump is 47? Why? Oh, because he's the 47th president. Why don't you just say Donald Trump? Why you gotta say 47? What kind of weird code is this? It's so unnecessary. Like you could say anything. You could say DG. You could say fucking Orange Man. You could say Fat Lord President. You could say fucking King Dumbass. You could say literally anything else and you say 47? Come on. If you can't say Trump, your opinion is invalid. Grow up. I'm talking about the Commander-in-Chief. Hey, Kate. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for dropping by. Nice to see you here. There's a Jehovah's Witness church near my old neighborhood, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh, I fucking hate Jehovah's Witnesses. So annoying. And you can spot them in the wild, man. I'll be at the grocery store, and you can see them because they're wearing the white shirt. And they're usually on a bicycle with their fucking homosexual ass helmet on. And I'm like, oh, look at they're probably going around door to door. Do you want to hear about the Lord, the word of the Lord? No, get the fuck out of here. Fucking, y'all probably fucking fist each other after you're done with your shift of trying to push the Bible on the people. Don't fucking lie to me. They like to do chores. Huh? The movie Heretic made me question religion at times. Isn't Heretic a horror movie? I don't know if you should be taking horror movies as gospel, literally. I'm just saying, I don't think horror movies is the place to get your religious information. Just saying. Why Not 47 is a good way to not get canceled? Why would you get canceled for just simply saying Donald Trump? Okay, it's like, now if you said to not get censored, but I don't think anybody's getting censored for saying the name of the President of the United States of America. It's a dialogue-driven horror movie. It's still a horror movie though. So you should never treat a horror movie as some kind of basis of fact or anything. It's there to scare you. That's the whole point of it. I was going to the store yesterday and I saw 3 heading up to our location, so I gave Hotaru a heads up. Yeah, I live in apartments. I don't think I've ever seen Jehovah's Witnesses try to come door to door in apartments, but I would just not answer the door. No, I don't want to hear about the fucking Lord. Well, I should just answer the door with my, well, you know what? I should just answer the door with my dick just swinging in the wind and be like, hey, boy. Oh, actually, no, they're probably underage kids, so I can't do that. What can I do that won't get me on a list? What can I do that won't get me on a list in order to make Jehovah's Witnesses not want to fuck with me? Because my previous plan would get me put on a really bad list. I'm glad I thought that through before I finished that. You have no idea how bad it's gotten, huh? I guess not. I don't know. It's mostly some of the statements Hugh Grant makes in the movie that had me questioning some things. Edit my video, you won't be on a list. Oh, I'll be on a list. I'll still definitely be on a list. To be fair, I don't like people who go door to door with any kind of bullshit. Like, no, I don't want to buy your goddamn vacuum cleaner. The only people that can go door to door are Girl Scout cookies, because Girl Scout cookies are a product that I actually want. I don't want your vacuum cleaner. I don't want your Cutco knives. I don't want your goddamn Bible. I don't want your Lord Jesus. Get the hell off my goddamn lawn. Just say you're not interested or don't answer. Easy peasy. Yeah, but I want to do something funny, Kay. That's not funny. I want to traumatize them. I want to give them a life lesson. The legal way, though. Or are we going creative? Yeah, I want to be creative. I gotta do something that won't get me arrested, though. Just so that they'll put me on a list that they'll never come back to. You know? You know that song Cater to You by Destiny's Child? That's what Trump did for Elon when he invited him in the beginning of the year. Yeah, and then they started having, then they had a little bit of a, you know, the boyfriends had a little bit of a falling out. They were kind of arguing, and now I guess they're good again. I don't fucking know. That shit is still wild to me. Fucking Elon was crashing out, willing to admit that Donald Trump was basically a pedophile. But they somehow made it. I don't get that. Maybe it was all a publicity stunt. I don't fucking know. Because I feel like if somebody as influential as Elon Musk blasted out to the world that I'm essentially a pedophile, I don't think I'm just going to be like, you know what? Let's bury the hatchet, bro. You know, just dab me up. Dab me up. We're good, homie. What the fuck? No. God, I would be more inclined to curb stomp them. How you gonna forget? How you gonna make good with somebody who did some shit like that? That don't make any damn sense to me. That was some of the weirdest shit I think I've ever seen. Definitely wasn't on my bingo card for 2025, but here we are. Anything can pretty much happen at this state. We've seen so many things I mean, look at just what's happened over the last couple weeks as more and more of our freedoms keep getting taken away. Anything can happen. Bet, say less, just show up with a pagan book and some other stuff they don't agree with, say you believe and make it believable so that they leave you alone. Oh no, I got a better idea. What you do is you prepare a pentagram right next to the doorway so that when you open the door, there's a pentagram right underneath your feet. And then you're holding some kind of pagan book and you've like drawn like some shit on your forehead or whatever, making it look like you're about to do some kind of ritual. Maybe you have some candles already set up in the area so you can quickly light them with a lighter. And then play some weird ass fucking throat singing music or something. That's sure to make sure they never come back. I think that would be pretty damn effective if you ask me. I think that would get me on the do not show up to that guy's doorstep list. Whoa there, Charlie met. Look, Scaly, we're just trying to figure out a way to get the goddamn Mormons and the Jehovah's Witnesses not to show up to my door. Okay? Sometimes you gotta go big or go home. And I'm already home, so I gotta go big. There you go, and the best part, completely legal. For now it is, at least. Like I said, things have been going kind of bonkers lately, so you don't really know what's legal and what's not legal. It can change tomorrow. Will sucking dick be legal tomorrow? Probably not. Who knows? I guess we're gonna find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z my balls into a fucking shredder. That didn't come out as well as I was hoping. Anyways. Just dress up as John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown. You know, my best friend had a tism for buying serial killer merch. They loved going to those sites and buying like merch of serial killers. I don't know, something about that's just weird to me. I mean, do what you want, I guess. But there's just something odd about wanting to own merch of a serial killer. I don't know. I guess if you're a true crime enthusiast, that's one thing. But if you're not like a true crime enthusiast and you just like having, I don't know, here is one of the real paintings done by John Wayne Gacy. I'm like, huh? Why you want that? Also, just saying, this, I know would be losing our rights way before other people. Wait, also just saying this, I know we'd be losing our rights way before other people. I'm confused. Matism has been new wave music for a while now. I used to watch true crime documentaries on E when I was younger. I've gone through bouts where I watched a lot of true crime related stuff, but I feel like I've kind of just heard it all at this point. I mean, how much more videos can you watch of husband kills daughter and wife, goes on a run, tries to hide it, gets caught. Here is his dark secrets. Like, you know what I mean? I've watched so many eWoo videos, it's like, I've kind of heard it all at this point. I think I would rather just watch cops. Like, I've heard it all at this point. I'm just kind of desensitized to it. Just give me a tornado or something. But then again, I haven't been seeing a lot of good tornado shit lately, so I'm kind of sad. I want New Wave to make a comeback someday. I don't even know what New Wave is. There's too many genres of music, so it's hard to know what each and every goddamn genre really is. You got new wave this, dubstep that, drum and bass this, alternative rock, punk rock. It's like, okay. What is it? Fuck, post-hardcore. There's just too much. There's too many goddamn labels. I just like listening to music. Taking another drink of my gamer subs. I mixed my gamer subs with Simply Lemonade. Because I'm going to be honest, the bad thing about gamer subs is when you only buy one tub of gamer subs, you start to get really tired of the flavor after a while. Because I've been drinking this flavor for months now. I kind of wish that gamer subs and these other companies would just allow you to buy like basically single serve packages in big like bundles. So I could always have like variety. I hate having to buy tubs. Because I want to drink more than one flavor. I don't want to drink the same goddamn thing every day. You think I'd buy the same Red Bull or the same Monster every day? No. That would get boring. Although my brother does that. He always buys a fucking Monster Chaotic. I don't know why. That flavor is so mid. It's not hard to follow the have it all labeled by years. Just look it up. Okay, your messages are confusing me. The proofreading is could use some work. My brain is, I'm retarded, you forget. Subgenre that was popular during the 70s and 80s. Well, that's not new. That's old wave. Oh, I'm so funny. Kill me, please. I want to die. No, don't suck up to me, heck. Not this time. It was a bad joke. Don't suck up to me. I know what you're doing. You will get no favors here from me. I was looking through my stuff to see if there's any little smaller things I wanted to like just randomly yap on about. I haven't really seen a lot of things happening. At least things I want to, most things I want to say for Tism Thursday. I need to have something. What was this? Oh, there was this happening. There was this going on, and I got blocked by this person, of course I did. But this person was really upset because Miku, I guess, triggered them. And of course, why does it always come back to Nyara? Why can we never escape this fucking bitch? Jeez. Klaus just pops up everywhere. Everywhere I look is fucking Klaus. Everywhere. It's anal violence or Klaus. Mostly Klaus. I haven't seen as much about anal violence. It's mostly fucking Klaus though. Every time I look on Twitter, it's Klaus. Fuck. Jesus. Get this goddamn stupid retarded ass fish off my goddamn timeline for a change. God. But I guess now Nyara is once again playing victim because Miku said something that they didn't like. And Nyara's like, Nazi Miku is threatening a trans person. So much for the tolerant right. And then post this, we're gonna fucking kill you. I'm like, dude, bro, Miku is just fucking baiting you and you're fucking taking it hook, line, and sinker. And I feel like you're just baiting too. You're acting like a victim because it gets you likes on Twitter and sympathy. Your whole comment section was probably like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, Nyara, that you're going through that. Here is support. Take down the chuds, Nyara. Don't listen to them. Like, bro, Miku is fucking trolling you and it's working. This is not a legitimate threat. Calm the fuck down. It's just some AI generated slop that she generated to fuck with you. And it worked. Deal with it. Golly. Why do you think that everybody's always out to actually get you? She ain't gonna hurt you, bro. I don't think she really cares about your existence at all. She's fucking with you. She's playing into her goddamn persona. And you're taking it. You're taking the bait. You're biting right down on that shit and it's going right through your cheek. And you're getting reeled in. We're playing Bass Pro Fishing on the PS2 and you're about to end up in the tackle box. But the problem is you don't have tackle box because you have a dick. Sucks to suck, buddy. I'm sad that the theatrical theatrical mid-budget action movie is pretty much extinct due to these damn IPs taking over the conversation. I don't know how to respond to that. I'm going to say yes. But anyways, yeah, fucking Miku's out here just catching these strays, and then this fucking person would look at this profile picture. You already know what to expect. You remember that one VTuber that we talked about a while back? I mean, while back. They had one of the most ugliest designs we've ever seen. He was a black VTuber that had like fucking weird like snake dread thing. It was one of the ugliest fucking designs we've ever seen. Like, it was like an assault on the eyeballs. It was awful to look at. Absolutely fucking horrid. Yeah, that's what I get from, this isn't nearly as bad, but I don't know, I just got a vibe by looking at this profile picture. And they're like, Nazi VTuber tweeted the one thing that can get your account suspended if we go report it. Report violence, violent threats. So now they're trying to do a mass harassment campaign to take down Miku's account because they really think that Miku's being serious. It's a fucking bait, dude. Is it edgy? Yeah. Would I do this? No. But it's an obvious fucking bait. Golly, bro. It's not that deep. Like, Miku's farming you for content. She wants you to get angry. Do you not understand what her whole existence is as a streamer? She's trying to piss people off. And it works. That's why I find it so funny. Why I can't help but defend her, because it's funny. And yeah, obviously if you look at the comments. Meanwhile, they won't unsuspend my main after I got clapped for responding to a Nazi telling me to off myself with a picture basically saying, you first. Managed to get my main unsuspended once upon a time by claiming they were censoring me for my conservative views. Nice. Nice. More importantly, why would any artist be okay with this concept? She only uses AI. Well, yeah, duh. Of course this is AI. It's not that hard to figure out. One step ahead of you. I reported both. There's 2 in total, so unless gets scared of the banhammer, she's gonna be leaving soon. She'll be back. Her fan base is pretty damn loyal. I will give her that credit. I think she has probably the most loyal fan base out of the entire VTards. Trust me. I think most of the chat last Thursday night was mostly Miku's chat. They're a very interesting bunch of people, I will say. And Skytex is right in there with them because he loves Miku. So congratulations, Skytex. You're lumped in there. Keep seeing this meme that millennials are falling for AI videos and photos, or the new boomer Gen X is falling for scammer text. True. I can spot AI pretty quick, but some people are retarded and they can't. Pedo supporter versus Nazi. Let's see how this fares. Based comment. Nyara supports pedos. I didn't make a video or whatever about this, or make a stream about this, but Nyara actually made a video defending a guy who apparently was an actual pedophile. This is a real thing. I'm starting to think that Nyara is either doing it on purpose or wants to be a lolcow. They must want to be a lolcow. I mean, they pretty much are. They're a VTuber lolcow. I don't know how many more VTuber lolcows there are out there, but if there is a such thing as a VTuber lolcow, they have definitely made it into that hall of shame. Because they never do anything good, ever. Hopefully they get suspended, since, you know, this platform is very biased when it comes to who it suspends. Yeah, right. Did my part and more. Did your part. You act like you're changing the fucking world, man. You're trying to get a person who purposely cosplays as a Nazi to piss people off. You're trying to get them taken off of Twitter. You act like you did something for the world. I did what? You're part of Miku's fan base. So you're now one of them. So that means that you have an obligation to defend your waifu now, Skytex. Defend your waifu now. If you're a true Miku fan, then you must defend your waifu. Do something about this. Wait, actually, let me rephrase that. I, Gkami VT, do not support any targeted harassment towards Nyara VT. Disclaimer out of the way. Alright, we're safe. She has a boyfriend or something? I didn't say anything about boyfriends, Skytex. Said defend your waifu. Jesus, why you always take it to that extreme? I meant defend your waifu. Does that have anything to do with boyfriends and relationships and romantic shit? Jeez. She can't be my wife if she has a boy. Not wife, waifu. God, you're such a boomer, Skytex. Come on, man. I'm trying to help you, Skytex. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to give you a benefit of doubt. Don't be a boomer. You know what a waifu is? You know what a waifu is? You can't say weebs and then be watching a bunch of VTubers. You're one of us, Skytex. The faster that you figure that out and that you get out of your denial stage, the happier you will be. Come on, Skytex. One of us. One of us. One of us. We'll accept you with open arms, Skytex. Step into the light, my boy. We have cookies. Macadamia nut. Stingbug, tell him. Stingbug, you can lead him into the light, can't you? You have the power. Lead our man Skytex into the light. Make him one of the enlightened ones. Fuck your nuts? How you do that though, Skyly? How you fuck your nuts? Can you open Microsoft Paint and draw me a diagram? How does one fuck their nuts? I'm gonna turn into pirate software. Actually. Oh, it's not online paint? I thought this was online paint. Ah, there we go. All right. Just pretend that I'm pirate software, okay? I'm going to describe to you how to fuck your nuts. By the way, I really like this is styled after the original Microsoft Paint. Pretty cool. It's got everything we need. All right, so here is your nuts. All right, let me make it more accurate for me. Actually, let me change color. There we go. More. There we go. All right, there's my nuts. All right, this is how to fuck nuts. 101. Trademark. There we go. Why you draw? Don't worry about it. Ginger is a furry, likes pirates. Okay, buddy. Accurate, no penis. I knew he was trans. Okay, whatever. All right, so how to fuck your nuts 101. Here are, just for anybody who didn't take biology class, we call these the testiculars, or on the streets are known as nuts. Okay? We call this the nut cleavage, okay? This is the nut cleavage. It's really hard to write with a mouse, by the way. That's the nut cleavage. Okay? Are you catching me? It kind of looks like titties except nuts. All right? So what you do if you want to fuck nuts is one man takes their testicular. See, we'll draw it like this. Let's see, like that. Like we'll act like we're texting it to somebody. Like that. See? Just pretend that you're texting it to somebody. Wait, I think it's like that. Yeah. 8. There we go. Now what you do is you take the tip of this, you shove it right there in the nut cleavage. Okay? Over and over again. And then eventually what happens is you'll start pissing. Okay? Like this. Right? Right? Are you sticking with me? This is not, y'all need to be doing notes. There's gonna be a pop quiz after I'm done with this. There will be a pop quiz. Y'all better be taking notes. I'm not sending y'all a study guide. Professor Kami does not give study guides. You better be taking notes. What am I saying? Don't worry about it. He can't even fuck his own nuts. Well, of course you can't fuck your own nuts. I mean, you could try. Depends if you're able to. Nah, because once you get it hard, you're not gonna be able to put your ball or your penis between your own balls. It just doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. You can try. You can give it your best effort, and I'll cheer you on if you do so. But it's probably not gonna happen. The testiculars. What are they? Superheroes? You're right. But you're jumping ahead, Scaly. Okay? It's why he isn't very popular behind the Denny's. Oh, I'm the most popular behind the Denny's. Let me tell you. I am the most popular behind the Denny's. Because I piss on their nuts. It's that simple. Do y'all understand how the fuck nuts now? Is this all starting to make sense? This is some degen shit. Oh, what do you expect from my streams? That's what people come to me for. Okay? It's simple. It's first grade, SpongeBob. Come on. There you go. There's your SpongeBob reference for the stream. Point to the people coming to you? Okay. Oh, that's the wrong color. All right, there, I pointed. You know what? Fuck you. You know what? I'm gonna point to y'all. Watch this. I'm gonna point to y'all. There, I'm pointing to y'all. Oh, that's too far. Pointing to y'all. There you go. I'm pointing to y'all now. See? That backfired. Take that shit. Oh, wrong toggle. There we go. I can't even point. Yeah, why y'all make fun of me? Bunny just made... Everybody, I would like to announce that H Bunny here, my friend, my dear friend, who I don't have to worry about unadding me on Twitter and Discord because of politics, because he's a real friend. He has a 2D model now. He's joining the club. So everybody go follow H Bunny on Kick. Do it right now. If you don't, I will ban you. Follow him now. Or else his girlfriend will not come out of the house and say hi to me. That's the only way. She said, and I quote, "If you do not follow my boyfriend, then I will never say hi to Ginger." This is true. This is true. Kitty, would you like to confirm for me? See, she's shaking her head yes. Yes, Kami. Yes, that's totally what I said. That's what she sounds like. Why is she talking through my microphone? Don't worry about it. Bunny, it's not what it looks like. Wink, wink. I just enjoy her takes. I don't pay attention to the weeby stuff. Whatever, Skytex. Based. Now you say based. Now I'm based. In some ways. I don't know what this stream has devolved into. I didn't have a plan for today's stream, mostly, except for the Twitch thing. It is Mumble Monday. I wonder if Saturn's people left by now. They probably did. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with this ginger guy? We gave him a second chance and he's still unhinged. True. You're not wrong. No, the girlfriend's not coming outside to talk to you. Aww. Why? Nutting Monday. Nutting Monday. That's not even alliteration, Bunny. Nutting Monday. What is, come on. How about Masturbation Monday? We need to stick with the alliteration. Get with the program. Come on, Bunny. Don't you want to be a big, successful content creator like your boy Kami? Don't you know I'm famous? Why? Look at your chart. What chart? How to fuck nuts 101? Trademarked? Where you take and you pee on the nut cleavage? What chart? I don't know what you're talking about. Tism Thursday doesn't rhyme either. It's not supposed to rhyme. It's called alliteration. Okay. Don't make me take you back to English class. It's not supposed to rhyme. It's just called alliteration. And everybody likes alliteration. Because it's cool. People have complimented the name, okay? Hell, I even had Nines. She sent me a voice message. And I'm not gonna say everything that she said in the voice message. She was very nice, though, I will say. But she took the time to say that my setup, my VTube setup, is actually very nice. Especially for being a small streamer. So see? Somebody appreciates the hours of work I put into building everything. At least somebody appreciates my hard work. I prefer clitoration with women. Something you know nothing about. Clitoration? Okay. Alright, buddy. I'll be sure to interview Stinkbug for a future Tism Thursday, and we'll get the scoop on that, buddy. Don't you worry. Your time is gonna come, and so will I. She sent me a voicemail. I won't play it. No, I'm not gonna play it, Scaly. That's like leaking DMs. You don't do that. Why would I leak the DMs? That's between me and her. Dum-dum. You don't just leak private DMs between people. Even if it's positive stuff, you still don't leak that. Leak the nudes? Oh man, the amount of lore that I've gotten from the VTAR Discord, man. Oh man. There's definitely been some stuff related to that happening with some people of the past. Trust me, buddy. Being in the VTAR Discord definitely opens you up to some wild ass lore. It's a good time. And also people say the most insane shit in there. It's a very nice place. Wait, so people made nudes of you? No. Why would anybody do that? I don't even like looking at myself naked in the mirror. Why would anybody want to waste any kind of effort making nudes of me? I don't even want to look at myself nude. If I should just take all my mirrors out. Then I don't have to look at my penis in the mirror anymore. Win-win situation for everybody. No one wants to look at you and yeah. He leaks on the pic of himself. What? I'm giving myself a cum tribute? What kind of narcissistic ass shit is that? That's something that The Rock would probably do. It's like, yeah, look at them pecs. Oh yeah, I'm a bust. Oh, I'm about to, oh, the people's come. Oh, here comes the people's come. Do you smell what The Rock is coming? The Rock would. Yes, he would. The Rock is kind of full of himself. This is known knowledge. That The Rock is a pretty he's got a pretty big ass ego. Does The Rock cum smell like vinegar? Probably. Damn, you beat me to it. I know what you're trying to do, SkyTex. Vinegar. Just don't beat me off to it. Don't we can talk about that later, Karis, okay? Hataro doesn't need to know. I'm kind of rambling at this point. I don't think I know what to do next. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just kind of fucking around tonight. Chill vibes, kinda. I think. Poor Hataru, her man cheating on her with Ginger. Look, man, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Nobody's perfect. As Hannah Montana once said. My wife as a small child. Yeah, Karis doesn't even know. That's because I used chloroform. Don't worry about that part. That's neither here nor there. Anyways. I was trying to think. She said she came in like a wrecking ball. That's not Hannah Montana. That's Miley Cyrus, you dunce. That's not the same person. Two different people. I understand how you can get them confused, Bunny. Those are two very different people. Does this rag smell like chloroform? They're not the same person, Bunny. Shut up. Shut up right now. I will come back over there to Florida right now. Don't make me. Although I kind of don't want to. I still gotta pay Hertz for that supposed dent that they found on my rental car, even though I don't remember seeing a dent on my car. Fucking bastards, fucking goddamn Yakuza ass. Look, Bunny, I need to come down there for some more of that pizza. I will say, the place that you work, that pizza was actually fucking great. I will give you credit. Your job makes some damn good pizza. That's some of the best thin crust pizza I think I've ever had. I'm not even a fan of thin crust, but that was some good pizza. It was better than the pizza that we had at the Disney like little town place, whatever it's called. I think it's called. Actually, I forgot what it was called. But that was some good ass pizza. Kind of expensive, but it was good. And then the what do we have for dessert, Bunny? Was it hazelnut banana pizza or something? That was really good too. By the way, I ended up leaving a slice of that pizza in the mini fridge at my hotel. I'm sad. I had one more slice I could have eaten. I wasted it. That was good pizza though. I think I would come back to Florida just for that pizza. Can you send me some of that pizza in the mail? He wants more pizza. Did y'all go to Denny's also? No. Nutella, pizza, and banana. Yeah, that's what I figured. That was good. And it was free, so it made it taste even better. Bunny here gave me the hookup. I got a discount and free dessert. This man gave me the hookup, which thank fucking God, because I paid for our meals that day. It's only free because I was there. Well, yeah, but I'm saying You gave me the hookup. I got free dessert. Was dessert white and salty? No, it was brown. And yellow. And full of potassium. You gotta come up with some new jokes, man. You're starting to run out of shit. I'm actually kind of disappointed in you. I knew you were eating ass. Maybe. That's between me and Bunny. Okay. By the way, Bunny, one of these days, since you're now becoming a 2D VTuber, we're gonna have to do some kind of collab or something. Just make sure you're on Kick so I don't get you banned. I might say the N-word. Anyways. Bet. Yes. Bet. I'm definitely gonna say the N-word. I'm gonna say it. Gonna say it. Do it, Bunny. Then have your girlfriend get on the mic and he won't be able to speak because he can't speak to women. I can talk to women. Fuck. Yeah, Skytex, you know what? All that shit talk, if you would have been in my situation last Thursday, I think you would have folded like a fucking house of cards. Don't sit there and lie to me. I bet $100 you would have fucked it up. I bet. I know you. You're not an interviewer either. He would have been like, hey girls, so do you like drones? What's your favorite kind of drone? Can I tell you about tornadoes? Have you ever heard of the RFD? I have Riz and intelligence. Okay, well. I don't know about that, but you got confidence. I'll give you that one, buddy. I don't know about that one, but you got confidence. You know, I had a funny idea, but I couldn't find a book. I wanted to do a stream to kind of, I guess, play into like my fuck up by like reading a book on how to interview people. But I couldn't really find anything. Everything was like for job interviews. But I was specifically trying to find like a book that teaches you how to interview people in like a podcast setting. But I couldn't find one. I don't know. Everything had to do with job interviews. I'm not trying to do job interviews. I need to know how to interview guests. So that was kind of disappointing. Want me to write one? And by me, I mean ChatGPT. Man, you always rely on ChatGPT for everything. Come on, Skytex. You give me something from the soul. Especially from the soul, because you know I lack one, so I need something from the soul, Skytex. Come on, man. Help a no soul have an ass out for a change. Come on. Help a brother out. Come on, be my ninja. I was trying to look. What's that? Let's click on this. Where are you taking me to? Oh. Let's see here. Creating a successful interview podcast, a how-to guide, Kindle edition. The book offers insight into master hip-hop interviewer Krail's experience as a podcaster over the last 13 years. This writing is specifically crafted to inform the reader on steps they can take to create and develop a successful interview podcast. The focus is specific to the topic of conducting guest interviews and provides simple guides on everything from putting together the concept of your interview show to getting your first, second, and future guest interviews, learning how to earn prospective guests, refining your podcast to a niche, coming up with a unique and exceptional questions, interviewing etiquette such as avoiding filler responses and filler words, being confident as the host, preparing for unpredictable podcast moments, learning to interject politely as the host during an interview, and much more. This book features a combination of main guides and bonus guides that Krill has learned throughout the years of his experience interviewing music artists on his journalist platform Out the Box Media. Krill has interviewed some of the best artists in the indie, hip-hop, and soul music scene to emerge in the last 3 decades. It is an absolute pleasure for him to share this knowledge with readers. May this read inspire and strongly help you to develop your podcast interview skills. Was this description done by AI, by the way? There's some weird proofreading in this. There's some weird proofreading in this description and there's some weird like run-on sentences going on here. There's also no customer reviews. Is this image AI generated? Guess not. Looks real. You gotta be kind of careful with these days on Amazon. Apparently, there's a lot of like AI generated slop that ends up on Amazon books. Shocking, I know. I think the guy. Do you remember when there was that whole thing with the AI generated Willy Wonka experience thing that happened in Scotland? Apparently, that same guy, I believe, unless I'm thinking of somebody different, was also shown to be putting out a bunch of AI-generated books. Like, all the books were completely written by AI. I like how you assume it's AI. Well, it has weird grammar. It writes like AI, okay? I guess there's nothing really wrong with making a synopsis with AI, but I'm just saying it gives me AI vibes the way that this is written and some of the weird errors. I don't know. I've had an AI write smut books about Sonia, Karis, and Scaly published on some website. I'd had to find it. What? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? What is wrong with you? You absolute menace. Why'd you write smut about our friends, Skytex? Come on. At least if you're gonna write nasty smut, can't you at least write it yourself or get Helena to do it? She's an expert in that. Just like how I told you, you got AI to write on your script when you played my game. Huh? Just like how I told you, you got AI to write on your script? That was a joke. You know that I didn't have a script, by the way, right? The whole joke was I kept faking having a script. I was actually taking a piece of paper, just a blank piece of paper, and I kept like throwing it around near the microphone. That was the whole joke. I wrote it during a Chain Together stream. Sounds about right. Scaly wandered off in the mountains. Ah, that sounds about right. I think when I was looking up like this idea of Cody stream, it's Monday. Wait, Cody does stream on Mondays. God damn it, Cody, stop streaming. It's lore accurate. I guess so. Let me click that video off. I like how it's just Cody here. My algorithm on this account is ruined, but I don't really watch videos on this account. Sonia had sexual relations with a chain. What is she, fucking Rihanna? Chains and whips excite her? Like, what the hell? Calm down. Calm down, Rihanna. So I guess Cody's talking about the Lil Tay shit. I'm still gonna wait until Karis and me can talk about it on Thursday. Maybe some more information will come out by then. We don't need to jump the gun too damn quick. A little bit of patience goes a long way. Sometimes not jumping right on a topic actually benefits you because sometimes new stuff comes out about said topic, and then you can be the one who at least has the most up-to-date discussion. So, no need to jump right on that train. But I think when I was, let's see, wait a minute. What did I look up last night? What did I look up? Let's see, podcast interview guide or something. What did I look up? We have this guy right here. How professional podcasters prepare to... You know what? Let's watch this video together. Why not? This is a random ass show. Let's watch this together, boys. Let's see what this random person has to say. I will be taking notes. By taking notes, give me a second. I like how it has Windows 95 sounds and everything. We'll be taking notes. There you go. It's really hard to write without mouse. All right, podcast.co. Teach me how to be a good podcaster. Let's switch over to this scene for this. And then move my ass over. Teach me how I could have been a better podcaster last week. Damn, I forgot to publish it. It was left in drafts. Oof. I'm doing all right for the most part. Keep it up in spirits. Always tired though, but I'm still trucking.
The people that are listening that want to go from 0, I don't have a podcast, to 50, I'm now a semi-competent podcaster, like, that's great. There are resources.
I think I would be like a 10. I have a podcast technically, but I'm definitely not competent. So we're at least not starting from 0. We're at least at like a 10. You know, there's still some room to grow. Karis is cheating on you with Ginger. Hey, you're not supposed to reveal that information. Skytex, bro code.
Is out there. I'm interested in talking to the people that want to go from 90 to 95, or from like 95 to 100.
Teach me how to be a good podcaster.
One of the main things that I wanted to talk with you about today is just the art of the podcast interview. Because I think you have a lot of value to add there based on what you said in terms of the energy and the time that you're devoting. You know, you're hiring coaches, you're thinking about this stuff constantly. How can I continually improve and not cringe when I listen back? You know, it might be the case that you always cringe when you listen back to your old interviews, and that's a good...
Everybody cringes when they listen to me, even me. So I got a lot of room to improve on that
thing, because it shows that you're continually improving. But you've said that, you know, to record a truly excellent interview, you need to be able to ride the crest of the now, you know, rather than reading off a big list of scripted questions. And just to be honest with you, like, I find that terrifying because, you know, I like to be able to prepare and control and have, like, you know, I don't like stepping into the unknown in an interview. And obviously you do need to do some prep for interviews. You can't just rock up and go, right, we're just going to wing it and see what happens. But how...
Okay, well, there's my first note. Stop winging it. There we go. There's the first note, boys. Stop winging it. There we go. We're already taking notes. Don't wing it. Got it. I wonder how often I do that. How
do you strike that balance, like, of getting the right amount of prep, but also letting the conversation flow naturally?
It's a really good question, man. Like, this is, for me, the people that are listening that want to go from 0, I don't have a podcast, to 50, I'm now a semi-competent podcaster, like, that's great. There are resources out there. I'm interested in talking to the people that want to go from 90 to 95, or from like 95 to 100. And this is one of the things that I think around about maybe the 80th percentile, like 90th percentile, people really start to dig into this balance between structure and free flow. For me personally, I actually think I've probably started to over prepare a little bit too much within the last year. That's been a function of having a lot of people on the show that I don't specifically know what they're talking about. So if I'm introduced to behavioral genetics by Robert Plomin, like the guy's studied 20,000.
Luckily, I don't think I have to worry about interviewing anybody that is of a high intellect. Something tells me that somebody who's incredibly smart is never going to go within 100 yards of me. So I probably don't have to worry about that so much. But it does sound terrifying. It's like when Skytex goes into super in-depth like tornado stuff. Although to be fair, I do kind of understand that because I am interested in that. But I couldn't imagine listening to some kind of behavioral therapist be like, starts rattling off all these terms, and I'm like, I totally know what you're saying. Yep. I know what I'm saying, or I know what you're saying. I'm totally not lost.
1,000 twins in the most clinically detailed twins and adoption study in history, and I'm new to the topic. I feel like I need more of a support structure, but a lot of the time I get into the show and I'm actually like, nah, like I don't need that. I don't actually need it. I went through because it was constant 3 episodes a week, most of them about books, a lot of those about scientific communication on a huge variety of topics with very little crossover. I basically had a lot of the time like a day and a half to learn an entire body of work. So with that, I felt like I needed more of a support structure. I'm actually now dialing that back, and I'm purposefully reducing the amount of notes that I take into an episode. And
okay, that's another. Hey, we can put that down. We can put that down. Okay. Let's see. But number 2. Balance. Structure. God, this is hard to do. How the fuck does pirate software do this? How the hell does he sit here and write on a fucking Microsoft Paint? Yeah, it's horrible.
And I am just going to find
you conquered time travel. What does that mean?
With that, but yeah, I think overall, you know, if you're a competent podcaster and you're looking to really sort of double this down, just play around with it the same way as you might play around with.
I don't think he uses a tablet, Hataru. I think he actually just uses his mouse. I'm pretty sure I just see him dragging his hand around on a mouse. I don't know. Maybe if you do it enough, you just become good at it. I don't know. Those are weirdos to me, the people that can write really well with a mouse. I've thought of buying a drawing tablet just for when I'm in Photoshop, because sometimes, you know, I'm trying to sit there and like draw around something because I'm trying to like remove the background or something, and it's a little bit difficult with a mouse. You have to work for Blizzard for 7 years where you don't work and spend all... Oh, yeah. You're right, Skyly. My bad. I forgot. I need to work at Blizzard for 7 years. You're exactly correct, Scaly. I used to draw only with a mouse. I was really good. Well, I guess if you do it enough, you would be really good. It just doesn't feel right. It feels like there's a disconnect between what my hand is doing and what the mouse is doing. Because you're not really meant to draw with your whole hand like that. At least, well, I guess you kind of are. You do draw with your hand, but I don't know if that makes any sense. Y'all know what I'm getting at. Don't make a sex joke. I know Skytech's going to say something stupid.
Different tactics in a sports game. And I often think of it like this, like, no sports team in history has gone out on the field without some plays in their pocket, but a lot more teams are able to free flow than others. And just because this game today maybe ended up, you know, maybe you didn't perform quite so well, but maybe that's because you tried to stick to a really rigid set of rules, and then you learn from it and you're like, okay, that's too much. That's way too much. Like, I'm trying to read all of these questions off. Or you do the...
Yeah, see? So I was not far off in the fact that if I would have came into that interview with a big bundle of questions, that probably wouldn't have been the best approach. Right? Because if you structure your shit too, I think H3H3 technically got roasted for that because H3H3 was shown to be structuring his stuff a little bit too much or something like that, to the point where like people could tell that he was going down a list of questions and he wasn't letting things just kind of flow. I like things to free flow as best as I can, but I guess it kind of depends on the guest. Some guests, I guess, want structure. I kind of like to just see where things go. You never know. That rhymed. The key is that you need to use a corded mouse. Fuck that. What? No. Hell no, Hataru. What is wrong with you? No. I hate corded mouse. I am so glad that we have like nearly no latency on wired mouse these days. I can't imagine using a corded mouse anymore. I hate the feeling of the cable dragging it across the table. It bothered the shit out of me when I was younger. Cause like I could feel it dragging. I almost bought one of those stupid little things that holds the wire because it just bothered the shit out of me. So once I moved to like one of those like Logitech Lightspeed wireless mouse, I haven't looked back. I don't feel no latency. There's probably a little bit, but it's almost negligible. To the point where a corded mouse just doesn't feel necessary. I use ChatGPT to make myself into a VTube character in a King of the Hill animation style, and I'm dying. Y'all have to send me that later so I can look at it.
Converse, and you're like, I didn't know what I was talking about, and I got lost, and I floundered around. Like, that's not enough. And you find your sweet spot between it. My number one piece of advice, really, I still now, I hate the intro to a podcast. It's always weird. It's always awkward, especially if you record a pre-recorded pre-roll. So if you do the foreplay for the episode off camera, and then you meet the guest, and you spend 5 minutes with them going like, hey, mate, here am I, random human from the internet that's going to talk to you about this thing, and I need you to be comfortable with me, and you try and make some shit jokes or whatever, and like get them to like open up a little bit, and then you're like,
yeah, that's my style of doing things. I try to keep the intro kind of short. I mean, I have pretty much the same intro to all Autism Thursdays, you know, because I tried to structure it like that by having the same intro every single show, where it's like, hello everybody, welcome to Tism Thursday. I'm your host with the most chromosomes, G-Commie VT. I try to stick to that. I kind of flub it up and fuck it up sometimes, but I try to stick to that because, I don't know. I will say, it really feels weird trying to do that intro in front of people. Like, well, not in front of Karis. Karis is kind of used to hearing me do my intro over and over again, so it's kind of natural. But whenever you bring new people on and you're trying to do your silly little intro, I don't know. I feel self-conscious about it. I don't know why. Because I don't know. Maybe that's normal. But it just feels weird having somebody listen to me do my stupid little intro. Nah. It's probably just all in my head.
2, 1, Robert Ploman, welcome to the show. And then you're in and you're like, fuck. So I always have, the first thing that I say is always written out. The first question that I have is almost always written out, unless it's a very good friend. So if it's a Michael Malice or if it's a Johnny and Youssef, like my buddies, I'm sweet. I can just say like, what are you wearing that for? Or what have you been doing today? Or whatever comes to mind. But just getting yourself into that is a good part of conversation craft. I would also, I think it's a good idea to give the guest room to breathe. So, and this is something that I've only learned since being a guest on more shows, that have you ever seen someone do a 2K time trial on a ski erg, on a rowing erg? So the way that they actually start the momentum off is they do a bunch of little fast strokes. So they like pull, like it's like this sort of cadence where they build up to the long ones. And I actually think that, you know, a couple of kind of like dumb back and forth questions and then a big fat one that the guest can sink their teeth into about 2 minutes in, like let them speak, let them stop, let them speak, let them stop, and then just let them go with like, so Robert, let's say that somebody that's listening has never heard of behavioral genetics before. Like, how do you describe what behavioral genetics is? It doesn't have to be that.
That's actually good advice. Start with something simple and then lead yourself into the big questions. That's actually pretty good advice. I completely agree with that advice. We're gonna definitely write that down. Start small. Start small. Because obviously you don't want to jump right in. Like if you're, I don't know, you like obviously let's take my air quotes interview as an example. If I would have just jumped straight into the interview, be like, all right, VTard, so here's some drama that happened between y'all. Would y'all like to go into that right off the bat? That would be weird. That would be bad. It's like, hey, it's like, whoa, pump the brakes. How about a little bit of foreplay before we start really jumping into the deep end with the guest? You know what I mean? I did start by having them all introduce themselves. Now, I will say I really tried to play that part up a little bit too much. I tried to play that up a bit too much. Okay. And I should have just been like, okay, girls, for anybody that's in my audience, even though I don't have much of an audience, but just assume I do have much of an audience. But anybody in my audience that doesn't know who you are, how about everybody just go around and introduce each other? I tried to make it fun, and not boring, because they were kind of not wanting to introduce themselves, right? Being a little bit shy. So I was trying to have a little bit of fun with it, but it is what it is. I wonder when this dipshit is going to remember that this little. I don't want to. No Pat's no fun. Skytex, you don't understand. I'm using paint because it's funny. Doing an intro in front of someone feels weird. Yeah, I definitely agree. Doing intros in front of people does not feel right. Obviously, depending if you do it in front of a certain person enough, it doesn't really feel weird. And maybe if you do it so often that you just don't even think about it. Once again, I don't really. I've done my intro in front of Karis so often that not only does Karis know when he can interject, but he pretty much knows the intro. But that he's my co-host, so by now he should. Gingy's writing pretty good despite him using a mouse. You should see my handwriting. I freak people out with my handwriting. Apparently, I write like a damn printer. Always in school, people would be like, "What? How the fuck do you write like that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just have a very steady hand. I don't know what to tell you. I just write really well when I have a good surface to write on and a good pencil. I have to time it, but I try. Yeah, but you kind of know when it's time to say something. You gotten pretty good at that. But that comes from experience. We've been doing Tism Thursday together for what? Maybe, I don't know, half a year now? I would say we probably have done, I don't even know how many episodes together. I would like to say it's got to be at least maybe 10 episodes together. I would have to look back. I don't know. But let's not ramble too much. Let's just go back to him.
That basic. It can be something really complex.
I didn't finish writing. There we go. Did my mouse die? My mouse died. God damn it. Give me a second. Where's the cable? I gotta plug my mouse in. I guess the mouse died. I didn't even notice that it was low. I always forget I need to get the, there's a wireless charging mat that you can get for these Logitech mouses that charges it as it sits on the mat, and I really need to get that. But I don't want to spend the money. But it does exist. If you had a corded mouse. Where's the list? It will now. There's a list. You're on the list and I'm checking it twice.
Kind of a bit of a cringe opener because it's just so obvious, but just give the guest something, because they're nervous as well. And even if they're super confident, you just want to get them into the flow. my vocal coach told me about this. You know, you want to get the larynx moving up and down. You want to get the facial muscles moving nicely. And that's when, after a little while, you can get like bang, 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 bang. Like you can start to move more quickly backward and forward. But you don't want to do that straight off the bat, I don't think. So yeah, that's some things, man. Like bit of structure, work out what works for you. Give the guest like something easy to get started on. Maybe have a little bit of a back and forth in the beginning and then just give them room to breathe. And then you can start to come back in. And then you can start to have a discussion.
Good advice from whoever this guy is, podcast.co. Very good advice. At least just for getting a interview started. I can't even disagree with anything he said. Because he's right on the fucking money. That you really should not wing it, obviously. Kami, are you listening? Yes, other Kami, I am listening. Stop trying to wing it. Winging it is a bad thing to do. You might be able to do that with your regular streams, but you can't do that when a guest is coming on. Especially when that guest is easily one of the most biggest, well, in this case, a group of guests that you've ever had on your show. Other than, I guess, maybe Sexy Coco on the Ginger Cast, but that's a different situation. And I think that the interview with Sexy Coco actually went pretty well, from what I remember. Unless I'm just thinking that interview went way better than it did. But I think I remember that interview going pretty well. Weird how he said pretty much everything we told you. Yeah, but y'all tried to do this. Y'all tried to put way too much structure. He said you have to balance it. There has to be structure, but also you gotta leave room for free flow. Y'all tried to smack me with a whole list of questions. And those questions weren't even specific enough. I had a couple questions in my head that I was already gonna ask. I knew what the few things that I was gonna definitely bring up. And I did bring them up. I brought up the drama with their former member, because I definitely wanted to hear about that. I brought up the initial messages that got exposed, air quotes exposed, of Akemi that made me aware of her and had her give context to that whole Advanced GG situation. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple other things, but I did 100% think of at least a couple of things I definitely wanted to bring up, and I did bring them up. My questions were tailored to the VTards. You ran them through ChatGPT though. As much as I could do while working at the same time with zero research. Yeah, here's a thing that I did not think of until after the interview. I should have joined their Discord and got acquainted with the community a bit. Probably if I would have known that Kanishi existed and his interview came out before mine, then I could have went to Kanishi and asked him to assist me. I could have also just talked to the community and asked them to help me with a little bit of the research. I for some reason, I have this weird thing in my head where I think that I've got to do everything on my own or else I'm somehow a shit content creator. Where it's like, no, Kami, you can't rely on other people to help you or you're bad. You need to do everything by yourself. And if you try to have other people help you, then you're not a real content creator. Which is not obviously true because that's stupid. Because movies aren't made by one person. Movies are made by a group of people. But it's just this weird thing in my head where I feel like I don't want to feel like I'm having to fall back on other people. Even though I know that my abilities to do research is very, very bad. I'm not good at research. Never have been. I wish I was good at research. I'm not good at research though. Plus side is you've unlocked more skill points to put into podcasting. Just don't reset your character or you'll be right back at the beginning. So I had to do some quick research and rely on ChatGPT to do the deep digging and compiling. There probably would have, if I would have talked to their community, I probably would have had one hell of a banger like list of things. I can tell you. But I didn't think about it until it was too late. Only afterwards, I was like, damn, I didn't even think that maybe I could just join their Discord and do some observing and talking around. Probably should have done that before I even asked for the interview to at least get an idea and then ask for the interview, and then that gives me more time to tailor everything. There was just, I don't know. I always rush into things. I don't know why I do that. You got someone here that you always ask to find practically everything that I manage to do every time. That's because you're really good at finding curse shit. Your specialty is finding curse shit, Skytex. That's your skill. If I know I need to find some curse bullshit, I'm like, Skytex, find me some curse shit. And you're like, bet. And then 5 minutes later, all right, Tommy, here you go. And I'm like, what the fuck? You pass. A+. Mm-hmm. A+, Skytex. Research is hard. That's all I'm saying. Research is hard. But definitely a little bit of extra research. Like I said, I only had like a very cursory knowledge base on these people. But if I would have just talked to the community and gathered information that way, I think another interviewer is, I guess they're gonna be getting interviewed again by some guy named the Dawn. I hope their interview goes well. Although I will say I don't like the fact that it sounds like he's kind of throwing shade at me and which I think is kind of dickish if so. Maybe it's just in my head, but because he put in like Discord's like, this is going to be a real interview or blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting here like, you don't got to talk shit. If you're trying to make little sly remarks at me, you could just not. You don't have to be a dick. Like, yeah, sure, maybe you will give a better interview, but you don't have to be a dick about it. Just do a good interview, and I'll give you props and take notes on it. But I don't appreciate when it feels like you're trying to take a little dig at me. We get it. I did a bad interview. You don't need to keep fucking digging into me about it. Jeez, get over it. How about some of y'all need to be appreciative that I did at least put a good faith effort to give your favorite waifus a platform to kind of speak their mind. I don't know. Maybe he's not throwing shade at me, but it just felt like it. I don't know. When you say something like, "Oh, this could be a real interview" or whatever, I'm just like, I know you're trying to take a little dig at me because mine wasn't a real interview. But it just feels unnecessary, you know what I mean? Am I the only one that thinks that, or am I just being a bitch about it? I don't know. I just feel like taking digs at other interviewers is not really necessary because we're all in the same team here. We're all in the VTAR community. We don't need to, I don't know, be competitive with each other. I don't know. People like to show off their puppy. I guess so. I mean, I hope all the best for the Dawn, as he's called. I hope he ends up putting out a really good interview. Hopefully it's finally a good one, because I guess because there was Kanishi's, which I heard was eh. Most people rank it above mine, because usually there's been 3 interviews. They rank it as Kanishi, me, and then some guy named Godfast. I'd never watched the Godfast one, but I heard that apparently Godfast is some kind of person who's like what we call a unicorn. Somebody who is very traditionalist about VTubing and thinks that we need to stick to the rules of idol culture, basically. I don't know. So some people don't like him because of that. But I don't know if the interview was good or not, to be completely honest. But some people rank his below mine, so that's showing a lot if they think that his was worse than mine. So I hope the best for Don. I hope he does well. But I would appreciate if you don't throw shade at your fellow community members just because I made one flub. Like, I owned up to it, and that's it. And I'm making it into a positive experience. I'm not sitting here being butthurt about it. I'm not dragging it through the mud. I'm just being like, you know what? I'm taking my lumps and moving on. It's that simple. So, whatever. We'll see what happens with that one whenever it does come out. I don't know when it's happening. But hopefully, maybe we'll even do a reaction video to it and take some more notes. And if it ends up being bad, then I can laugh. Cause I'm petty. Anyways, let's see. I think we'll end it there for tonight. It's past midnight over here. We've had a little bit of fun here. We talked about some dumb shit. We pulled out Microsoft Paint and drew some balls and nuts and piss. We learned some new things for podcasting and interviewing, so that's cool. Very educational stream, guys. I hope you guys were taking notes at home too. And if you weren't, you failed the test. Because here's a pop quiz. I will be mailing them to each and every one of your mailboxes tomorrow. If you fail, I kick you in the balls. Anyways. But I'm going to get out of here for tonight, boys. So thank you to everybody for coming through. Saturn, I don't know if you're still lurking, but regardless, big shout out to Saturn for the raid over on Kick. Much appreciated. She's very much a sweetheart. I don't think I deserve the amount of kindness that Saturn's been giving me behind the scenes, but I appreciate it nonetheless. It is very motivating to have somebody treat me with such kindness, even after my big flub. So big shout out to Saturn. Very nice person. She deserves all the follows. Go follow her. She does good streams, unlike me. And she's a woman, so she's much easier to watch than me. Her model's also nicer to look at. So go support her. Also support Nines. Also support all the VTards. All that good stuff. And probably the next stream won't be most likely until Thursday. Maybe I will have one stream beforehand if I feel like playing some random game. Be on the lookout for that. It'll happen if it happens. If not, then Tism Thursday. This weekend, Battlefield 6. I'll probably start preloading it. If not tonight, then soon. And get that all set up. And we're going to have one hell of a time squatting up together this weekend. Looking forward to it. Can't wait to play it. I fucking hope it ends up being as amazing as all the footage looks. I just need me a game I can tism on. I love me some Battlefield. Maybe I can even make some content on it. Yeah. But anyways, you guys all have a good night. Make sure to sleep well. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Drive safe. All that good shit. And I'll catch you guys in another stream, boys. Y'all have a good one.